All right, everybody. Welcome to Friday night racing here at the Marymoor Grand Prix. We are just about ready to start athletes. After this, we're going to call for a quick meeting. But up first, I want to introduce to everybody Melissa Stewart here from the city of Redmond to welcome us in and say hi to everybody. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, good evening, everyone. How's it going, Redmond? All right. I'm also here with one of my colleagues introducing Jessica Forsyth from the Redmond City Council. We are just so thrilled to have the Velodrome and the Grand Prix back in our backyard. As Corey was telling you all earlier, this is also the start of Derby Days weekend. So be sure to come down to Fire Station 11 for your pancakes starting at 8 a.m. Help the fund firefighters raise money for those affected by fires in our community. We've got the kids bike parade at 10 o'clock, and then the big grand parade at 11 o'clock. Am I forgetting anything, Jessica?
All tomorrow. Maybe something that is all tomorrow. And tomorrow evening, please join us at 10 p.m. on the City Hall campus for the now annual drone show in place of fireworks. It's become a community favorite, so please come out and check that out.
All right, let's have a fun and wonderful time. Thanks, everybody. Happy Derby Days.
Thank you. City of Redmond for being fantastic partners with us here this weekend. Excited to be a part of the Derby Days experience. And at this time, I'm going to call all riders on the infield for a meeting. Please come together for a quick meeting on the infield. Riders, please, on your feet, gather up for a quick meeting on the infield to talk about tonight's racing. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Just ignore it. Okay. Let's move on. Huh? Yeah. Are you saying anything, or should I just do my intro?
I'm just gonna creep behind you.
Okay. I mean, I can introduce you and say hi.
Oh yeah, that's
You can
fine.
say hi real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do the basic overview. Hi, everyone out there. My name's Corey, and I'm joined once again with Nolan Adams up here on the deck to talk about today's racing. This is our second session from the GP. Looking forward to a really good evening of great racing action. It's been a wonderfully warm day and started off real fast with a record break from Wyatt Paul as part of our qualifiers for today's Elite Men Sprints. And today we've got a lot of mass start racing, Kiddie Kilo, and all the fun of the GP coming up. So you're in store for a great event. Thanks for tuning in live if you're part of the live event, or if you're watching back later, thanks for coming back and watching the video. And of course, if you're enjoying yourself or not, we'd still appreciate the support. Get that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, support this channel. We appreciate it. Down to the track. And once again, welcome in, everybody. Our rider meeting is finishing up here. Thanks for joining us for this second session of racing at the GP. For most of you, this will be session 1, really, though, since this morning session, the noon session, was really just for setting up for the excitement today. It was the qualifying rounds and the Keirins and the sprints. Saw some pretty good racing. Excited for those finals to be coming up here tonight as this program continues on. The big thing we're starting with is Keirins, and those riders are now getting set for their start now. So Keirin's coming up in the semifinal round. So we'll talk a little about this race before things go in. This is a 4-lap high-speed event behind the pacer. These riders are in the semifinal round, and they're not done yet. They need to advance into the major final by being top 3 in this race if they want to go for the top 6 placings later on today in those finals. In this group, we have 6 riders starting all the way up from the rail on the outside. Rider number 159 is Alex Huey. Next door to him in the black is Stephen McLaughlin, number 129. Matthew Ishikawa in the middle, number 158. In lane 2, number 147, Fergus Tanaka. And Jeremy Cattell down in lane 1, racing number 137, will make up our first heat in the semifinals. Top 3 will be advancing to the major. We'll talk a little bit more about the race as this thing gets going. The signal has been sent for the pacer, and off he goes.
You know, Corey, you did say 6 riders, and I was about to correct you. There's only 5 athletes on track, but you were probably unintentionally correct. We do have a 6th rider coming around on a yellow E-Moto. Tell me about that thing.
Yeah, the pacer can't cross in front of it until it's left the track, so you're going to see it come by. We're going to get off the microphone for a sec to get a nice clear start, and you'll see how this thing gets going. Riders, ready. And off we go.
All right, so we see this bike on the front, Corey. He's not pedaling. What's he out there for?
His main goal is to take the field from a nice moderate start, this very kind of intermediate tempo we're going right now, and bring them up to good high speed, well above 20, 25 miles an hour. As they get sent off, they're going to be near their top speed already, and the most effort's going to be spent by that moto doing the work at the front. So the pacer brings us up to speed. He's going to be checking that speedometer, keeping it real consistent. He's going to leave with a lap and a half to go, and then the riders can have at it.
And what's that speed that he gets up to?
I'm thinking it's going to be just under 30.
Yeah, it's about 50 kph, about 30 miles an hour, so it's pretty speedy. You would be speeding in a school zone, I'll say that much.
Yeah, it'll be a fast event. And the idea here is to make sure the riders have all the effort left for the fast finish, right? You bring the riders up to speed and then send them and see how it all comes together.
Reminder to all the folks sitting on the rail tonight, if you keep your fingers and toes inside the rail, we don't want anything hanging over the edge here. Please keep all fingers, toes, and children's parts back from the rail, please. Thank you.
Bring up to speed here. So the position was drawn at random earlier. They remain in their lineup, which is pretty standard at our velodrome. We did see earlier during some of the qualifying rounds some riders kind of repositioning themselves. So far, though, in this group, as we get to the final 100 meters with the pacer, the only real movement there, we just got a little bit of a whip up track from the back position, Alex Huey. And there goes your lead bike out of the way. Jerry McCattell in control of this race at the front.
Yeah, it looks like checking over his shoulder here, not really putting too much effort in, just keeping things steady, but we do see Alex Huey at the bell making a monster move over the top. We'll see if he can get out in front.
And why would he make that move? He's trying to accelerate using that bank, try to fly his way back down into the low part of the track. So nice move, trying to set him up for a very fast 400 meter. That's going to be the Shark right on the wheel. We know him, we love him. This is a great speedster for this event. The Bike Central rider out of Portland has made a nice move to be top 3. We'll see him in the major final. Huey also taking care of business. And that's going to be Fergus Tanaka, number 147. Comes across the line third from my eye. The Small Monsters Project sends one rider to the major final.
Good clean ride, lots of dynamic racing there. That was a fun one.
Yeah, fun to watch Huey positioning himself a couple times. It's like he almost did a fake out with the right before the pacer left, thinking he might try to advance and move up, but then just kind of sat in and did the move a little bit more predictable place in the final 400 meters.
Well, I think for a lot of the out-of-town riders, this is a 400-meter track, but most of them are going to be used to more of like a 200 or a 250. So, one full lap in the wind out here is probably a little different than back home, and so they have to adjust their strategies to suit it.
Yeah, we got riders flying in from different velodromes across the country. That is part of the format and kind of the fun of this weekend is get to see these riders we don't get to see all season long. So making it fun, making it different here for us today. Here comes your next group up for their start in the semifinal round. On deck, we have the Keirin semis for the elite women. Women on deck for the Keirin semis. In this group, out there in the top lane, closest to the rail, is Andy Baker, number 107. Next door, James Campbell Harris, 141. In the middle of the group, we got Ryan Havel, number 143. Next door, Sam Karp, number 139. And in lane 1, Stan Douglas, racing number 116. Lined up for their start in this second of 2 semifinal groups. Top 3 to advance to the major. Checking to make sure everybody's got themselves set before we send the pacer on their way. If you're out there and you've got some cash burning a hole in your back pocket, we've got kids walking around with some buckets. They're looking for donations for today's scratch race with Preems. If we get some big money, we can have some fun throwing a big reward out the way of these athletes that have traveled from across the country, many of them, to throw down at our velodrome. Redmond gets a chance to show them how much we appreciate the great show they put on, their awesome athleticism, put a little bit of money in the bucket, and help support some fun Preems later today. Pacer is on its way. Second heat in the semifinal is about ready to start. Pacer onto the home straight. Riders ready.
This heat, bit interesting for us here up in the commentary booth because, with all the out-of-town riders, sometimes it's hard to commentate effectively when we don't really know much about the riders, but all 5 of these folks are Marymoor locals.
Yeah, known quantities for us for sure. So, and not to take away from the local talent here in Redmond, we have a healthy velodrome community with great athletes up and down. Many of some of our strongest are actually off and away competing right now at junior nationals. But here, obviously, that may not be a huge impact on this field tonight, but we've got great local talent, great local speed. This is going to be an interesting lineup. Based on the qualifiers earlier, this might be a really good placing for the rider right now in 4th spot in this lineup.
I was just going to say that. James Campbell Harris had a terrific ride to make this, and I would expect some more big power out of him right now.
I'm interested to see how the front 2 play this, between Douglas maybe kind of enjoying maybe finding a wheel himself, and also this kind of the speed and the scrappiness that we can see from Karp out of this ride. I'm interested to see how they position themselves when the pacer leaves. So I'll be watching position 1 and 2 with interest.
Yeah, Karp a bit new to sprinting, and on his wheel, Ryan Havel. And Havel really had a strong ride as well to make it this far. A bit of a longer attack, but that's what James Campbell Harris's move was as well. So, if they go up the road together, look for Andy Baker that down there in position 5 to ride that wheel all the way to the front.
Yeah, it might just be the back half of this if I'm the analytical mind of the local race, viewer, spectator. The back half is what to watch in terms of the movement here in just a sec. So let's see how things start to develop. Douglas still on the front. And here comes the speed. There's Campbell Harris doing his move along the side. Karp was feeling the pressure from the back, so he gets up and out of the saddle. He starts to take front position. Karp moving up and around over the red line, now takes the front, but here comes Campbell Harris. Up higher on the track, still has room to maneuver down, take that sprinter's lane if he wants it. Havel also matching the speed, and Baker all the way from the back, kind of as predicted, holds on that wheel. He's trying to roll it up. Campbell Harris, and there we go. Campbell Harris does similar move to what he did in his qualifying, and it works out well for him.
Yeah, about a 400-meter effort there, and that's tough on this track. Not a lot of breeze there from what I can see on the backstretch, but still a tough effort and good work for those 3 moving on.
Once again, there's going to be some kids walking around with buckets. If you have the ability and the capacity tonight, we're taking some scratch preem donations. Also, Kiddie Kilo coming up relatively soon, so don't head anywhere. If you haven't signed up yet, last chance to get on the list. We have the Keirin semifinals and then the first ride in the sprints. Not a lot of time before Kiddie Kilo, so staging going to be coming very soon for the Kiddie Kilo riders. And here comes your first of two groups in the semifinals for the elite women. Another reminder for arms and legs, all your digits not hanging over the railing during the racing. Just a little extra safety and security for everybody while they're here tonight. Our riders are getting lined up. Let's take a look at who's here. Rider number 1, Lizanne Wilmot out in lane 4. Tori Park, number 5 in lane 3. Jacqueline Wunrow, number 9 in lane 2. And Grace Edwards, number 14, down in lane 1.
Rider. Here we go, Will.
And Pacer now on to the home straight. Riders ready. And off we go. So this is maybe a slightly lower stakes scenario when it comes to advancing. This is a don't be last in the heat to race on into the major final. We're going to take 3 on to the next race out of these 2 groups of 4 to make a Keirin final of 6. Paige getting some love here on the live chat. Nice. Go Paige indeed. Love to see it. Yeah, as Nolan was kind of probing earlier, you can hop on the live chat yourself. Just got to hit that subscribe button and give it a few minutes. You got to be a subscriber, I think, for 5 minutes before you can jump in the live stream and say hi. This is very much a group not from our local velodrome, so we've got a nice dynamic group here, but some regular faces as well. Some people that, besides Tori, who we get to see from Waterline Racing out there in position 3, these other 3 riders are traveling into the velodrome to compete as part of this elite women field. Always love to see the rider from St. George CC at the back end there in the all red. Lizanne Wilmot has been a figure at this track year after year competing in the GP and is making a special trip just to be a part of our fun again. She always talks about how much fun it is to be in this Redmond community, have this huge audience, how lively it is to be here. They can hear you as you go by, all the hooting and hollering. It's just too much fun. So excited to have her back again this year. Grace Edwards now at the front from the Burnaby Velodrome Club is leading us around the corner. Down to the bell here very soon. Just don't be at the back. That's the goal here in the semis. Tori starting to move a little bit up towards the front now. That's rider number 5. One's just sitting on that wheel, waiting for the acceleration still. Edwards for the front is out of a tough spot of leading out this group of 3 behind her. Wilmot now starting to get on top of things, moving quickly into turn 3. Lizanne taking over, leaving Tori to have to make the next move. Rotating around. It's like an elimination race here. Whoa! Whoa! I think by my eye, it's going to be number 9, just barely. That's going to be Jacqueline Wunrow for Simet Racing on the quick call. Will be confirmed. We'll see more from our elite women in that heat during the final round. There will also be a chariot race between the 2 riders not making it into the major final, so that'll be a fun one to watch later on today as well. Kiddie Kilo riders, again, it's about time to start heading that way. We have one more heat of Keirin's, and then we have 2 sprints, which are pretty quick races coming up. All riders for the second heat. We're looking for Lynn, Finlayson, Snoblin, and Petard. All riders for our second heat in the Keirins for the elite women. It would appear there's a scratch in this group, but we are compelled to still race this group of 3. So those riders now getting into position for their start. In this group, we have Eleanor Finlayson, Diane Snoblin, and Charlie Petard all lined up for their start. And the riders look ready. Pacers got the signal and is now on its way. Riders ready. So it's Eleanor Finlayson in position 1 right behind the pacer in the light blue with the white helmet. Diane Snoblin from the Burnaby Velodrome Club, racing number 8 in position 2, still right in their middle. And at the back end of this group, again, Charlie Petard for Peak Pursuits, one of the younger riders here this weekend. Petard, got to see her taking some quick laps at the Junior Takeover. It's Snoblin, who's a name that I would recognize from kind of year after year being a figure in this elite women field, has been quite successful in the high-speed events, has found some good finishes both in the Keirin and the sprints, had some good finishes in scratch racing here, which also is a good event for the fast riders of the field. So kind of interested to see Snoblin's form this weekend. Nothing, incorrect about what they're doing here, but as a point of clarifying point, I should say, all 3 advanced to the next round because we had a scratch here, but we are compelled to race the heat. So they're not really motivated to go too quick here since there's not a lot on the line. But we still get a good look at the 3 of these riders and get a sense for their approach.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of everyone's showing a bit of restraint right now. Really, we're going to probably punch it out of turn 4.
See one good jump. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we shall see. Oh, here we go from the back. What a move.
Hey, we're getting a race. Let's go. Petard's trying to get one big jump in here against Snoblin, who will dial things up, scoots up above the red line. These 3 are such great champs and athletes that they don't care that there's nothing at the line. They're still going to sprint. That's right there. That deserves some love. I'm in love with that. Fantastic race for these 3. They all get to advance. Let's go. And we get now into the Elite Men's Sprints, the finals, ride number 1. Riders coming in for their start now. One more time for safety of our riders. I really appreciate all of our spectators today. Just be double sure that you have a good handle on all of your things and your items. If you're up against the rail, nothing over, under, or onto the track, of course. And secure loose items. I don't think it's too breezy, but if something were to get out of hand and fly onto the track, that could be an issue for our riders tonight. So thank you for helping us with that. We're working on our on-field camera, so we didn't get quite up in the face of these riders, but they were looking focused and ready for this one. It's a best of 3 when you get to the finals. So the least ride twice. This is local Andrew Carlberg for the Leading Factory Racing Team in position 1 right now in the white, blue, and red. It's Sean Blaney, the Milkman, in position 2 in all black. Matching up for their first opportunity tonight. Again, a best of 3. This is the race for 3rd and 4th place in today's tournament.
Going back to that earlier session today, Corey, Carlberg at the front here now, I believe was following their opponent earlier today and had a pretty tough ride, but made it through. Whereas Sean the Milkman Blaney was sitting nice and pretty in the draft and just came around real late with a lot of explosive power in about the last 150 meters. So 2 different rides to get here, but should be a fast one anyway.
Yeah, and just even the approach to how they race couldn't be different in terms of what they're best at. And Blaney setting up for a very good pass. Carlberg with the better time during qualifiers today should have the ability to kind of recover here, but just couldn't get on top of his gear fast enough. I think he's going to have to put this one to the second ride and see if he can bring things back. Blaney with the explosion out of turn 4, maybe a little earlier than Carlberg was looking for. Nice ride for a rider in all black. He'll take ride 1.
Investing.
I'm just going to say we can't use wireless signals because there's just so many people here, There's just all this wonderful human interference. Kiddie Kilo's time to be fully ready. We are the next event. So right now it's our last event before Kiddie Kilo, all right? Kids are getting ready to go. And at least our on-field camera is back in position so we can get a look at our riders as they're getting lined up here. This is the race for 1st and 2nd today for the Elite Men in our sprint tournament. Teammates meet here, both serving as coaches for the juniors, both being all present always around here in our Velodrome community, and both racing in the colors of Waterline Racing. Up against the rail will be Wyatt Paul, who's rolling into position now. Keeping it upright. That's the first part of the race. And then Alex Siegel to his left will be his contest today on the way to 1st and 2nd. Our major final just about ready to start. So we can't talk about this matchup with at least mentioning the clock earlier today and how that factors into this one.
Yeah, so all the athletes today had to qualify to get here, and they are seeded by their qualifying time. And our fastest qualifier is out there on track right now in position 2, dipping and diving. That's Wyatt Paul. And Paul had, I would say, an exceptionally fast qualifying time this morning. New track record and a new air density adjusted PR for Wyatt Paul at 10.03. Almost breaking the 10-second barrier out here, taking almost half a second off our track record for the Flying 200. Exceptional performance.
Incredible. Just having such a fast season. So how can Siegel knock off one here with Wyatt Paul? I mean, the guy's got so much top speed. He's got to play something smart here.
I mean, I think the only way is to kind of go Tanya Harding, but we don't recommend that.
As the move starts getting set up through the turn, Wyatt Paul's keeping elevation. Siegel's trying his best to match the acceleration as the dive comes from Paul. It's like watching a rocket send off in that corner. It is done and done.
Somebody check that bike for a motor. What is happening?
Wyatt Paul. Siegel says he got one.
But Alex did have the luxury of spending some time behind Wyatt there, he's probably digesting the strategy. I bet you we see Alex come back in the next round with a little different take on what he needs to do to take the dub, to take it to a third ride, but we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the blessings of having top speed talent in our area. By taking a record down by almost a half a second, you get to watch an incredible athlete race at top speed, but maybe not have a whole lot of competition on a particular day. So if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Siegel. Let's see what he's got next round.
I've heard the name.
Coming onto the track now is the Kiddie Kilo. The city of Redmond shows up in big numbers every single week, but especially on Derby days, we're going to see some kids on the track. First group, come on down. After the Kiddie Kilo, the second ride for the final in the sprints will return. Sprint finals, ride 2, following the Kiddie Kilo. This will be a pretty long period of time, though. This is going to be a big Kiddie Kilo, so riders have some time to kind of get set for that next one. Riders away, one fun lap around the track. Just our first group of kids here. Great job. Off we go in the Kiddie Kilo. And, of course, I can't be doing my job right up here if I'm not doing a little bit of promo work for the Velodrome. Camp Velo is right up the alley for this group of kids. Age 8 to 16 is available for Camp Velo registration. So it's all sold out this summer. But these kids, they look primed and ready for some Camp Velo. I mean, look at this. Whoa, the race for the finish. Nice job. Great riding. They watch those speedsters like, I can do that too. Look out. Nice job to the kids. Great riding today. The absolute joy of being here for these Friday nights and watching this is just seeing all the smiles, all the families, all the community that's here as part of what we do. Next group's coming onto the track now. Come on down, next group. All right, once you see the groups in front of you, kids, we can kind of push forward a little bit and be ready for your next start. Thank you. Kiddie Kilo, next group coming up. Next group of kids can get ready. There's a big vacancy up here. Kiddie Kilo, keep moving forward. Nice work. The hardest part is the start. We get to do this great tradition every single week here at the Velodrome. As long as we're racing on a Friday night, the board, all of our Velodrome supporters decided, you know what? This is a really important part of what we do. Let's do it every Friday. We used to do it kind of irregularly every other week. It just became such an important part of the community building, part of what we are, right? We're in the middle of a big park, the big backyard of Redmond, and kind of just felt right just to keep this going every single Friday, continue to build the community, see all these kids out here. They get to see these great athletes at our Velodrome every single week. It's been so fun to watch and be a part of this as it's grown from maybe 40 or so kids a week to now well over 100 weekly. Whoa, the pull away finish. Wow, nice work. Here comes this great parade of kids rolling their way through. Got speed and smiles in equal parts. Even some dancing on some bikes. Oh my goodness. There we go. Having fun. Was mentioning a little bit earlier, the Camp Velo experience is sold out this year. There do not appear to be any open spots left. That's a week-long camp for kids ages 8 to 16 to learn how to race track bikes right here at our Velodrome. Your registration includes access to a bike that'll fit your kid. That's right, fixed gear bikes that work for the youngsters. Great instruction, all the things you need to know for safety, how to race, some various race formats here at the track. Those programs are wonderful. They go on all summer long. The ones this season are all booked up, but look for more next year. Registrations will be linked on our website and are done through the city of Redmond. Our thanks again to the city of Redmond for being such a great partners with us. Nicely done. A stylish finish. We got the baskets, we got the smiles, we got good stuff going here. Next group coming down now. There we go. We're getting better at this. Nice job, kids. Come on down. Keep going. All the way down to Coach Kelly. There you go. All the way down to the start line. Love to see the chatter on today's live chat, by the way, on the YouTube. It's always fun to follow along with the conversation. Yeah, I lost Nolan for a little bit. I see your mention about the donation. Thank you for your donating to our preems tonight. We're ongoing to pick up some more preems for scratch racing later on. This is a huge group. Holy moly. This is going to be larger than the Elite Men Elimination field later on today. That's a lot of cyclists in one place. Yeah, Ritter says track limits on the live chat. Yeah, exactly. We might be over it. Oh, it's always the start that's so hard. Nice job, kid. Back up and just love it. Bouncing right back. That would put me in the hospital for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's why I don't go anywhere near a track bike anymore. This massive group of kids rolling their way around. This is awesome. Shaved ice available afterwards. I'm sure that we still have some stickers to hand out. Marymoor Grand Prix merchandise, all the Velodrome stuff that we usually have at the end, but of course the extra excitement that we just have, what looks to be our largest turnout for the Kiddie Kilo all season long right now. Kids on every single inch of this track, it looks like. And some of them are taking the warm-up circle lap. Now that's just the best. See, I think those kids are the future, like, business owners of the world, right? They're cutting one little corner here because they realize that's the faster way to do this. Why waste energy? Let's do this the efficient way. It's a shorter path. Wow, look at this. You know what I haven't heard from tonight is our friends, our Aussie friends. Oregon Bob's out there having a great night, though. He was telling us he wasn't having fun earlier today, but you did say you'd be back, so it's good to see you back hanging out and enjoying the show again here. Oh, the Aussies were here at the very beginning of the stream. I missed their hello. That's how active it's being. All right. Well, good. I'm glad they're here. I just got to scroll up. There we are. Yeah, looking good out here. Lots of kids today. Lots of cool-looking bikes. I always like watching the style of the helmets, too. Like, that's probably the funnest part. There's always at least a couple Spider-Men out, on any given night. Appropriate use of polka dots and superheroes is very much expected in the Kiddie Kilo. And honestly, you can just mix and match it. We got a Spider-Man coming? Oh, there we go. There's a couple. That's the Spider-Man duo from last week. Looking great. Excellent racing. Nice riding around the track. Good job. Couple more finishers, and I think we might have a couple kids trying to take a bonus lap. So we might have to get our next group starting before they finish, because we can't accommodate extra laps, everybody. That's just going to get out of hand. You can help us out one lap, everybody. One lap, okay? Thank you. Navigating that start's the hardest part, but we're getting them going. Keep everybody in that inner field area for us. We're almost there. There's lots of kids, but make sure we keep everybody in their place for now. Everybody gets one fun lap around the track. Looks like there's more push bikes, or more, normal bikes coming. Push bike derby upcoming still. Looks like we got another group of cyclists ready to go next. Calling Charlie Petard and Tori Park. Charlie Petard, Tori Park to the judges' stand. Tori Park and Charlie Petard paging you for the judges' stand. Thank you. Whoa. Making that little bike look fast. Great job. Cruising in for a comfortable finish. Nice work. All right. Someday racing with the junior team here. Maybe someday racing in a GP. Who knows? Future athletes, members of our community. So fun to watch them going around here. So many youngsters today. There's another Spider-Man helmet. Count them 3, I think, so far today. Love it. Look at this great lineup on the home straight. Keep going all the way to the grass. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going into the grass. Keep going. There you go. Follow the tunnel. Keep the field open for the incoming riders. There's quite a few coming. Look out. Look out. Good job. Another Spider-Man helmet. There's number 4. The Spider-Man helmet count is up to 4 now, everybody. It's up to 4. Someone's got to get a hold of Como. King 5, somebody. Nice work. Oh, look at the bedazzling on that bike. Those some good-looking handlebars. And another set of good-looking handlebars. I think they might be related. Oh, man. Look at the handlebars coming up the home straight now. Woo! That's what we're talking about. I don't know what kind of aerotech you guys got going on the infield, but you ain't doing that, and I'm not impressed. Like, that's just something. I believe this might be the last group of cycling riders. After this will be push bike derby. So push bikers coming up next. Heads up. Here comes a big group. Heads up. Back up. Keep room. Give room. Give them room. Clear out the infield. Here we go. Wow. Here we go. One more group. One more group. Here we go. It appears we ran qualifiers for 2 of our push bikers, and they made it into the cycling group. That's some impressive speed for the push bikers. Really qualifying up a category here today. They're at equipment disadvantage, and they're out there they're gonna crush it. If you're having fun today, don't forget more racing tomorrow. We have session 4, 6 p.m. start here at the Velodrome tomorrow. So Saturday racing, and it's going to be more mass start, more Keirins, more sprints, a big Madison at the end for the elite men. It's going to be a fun time. No Kiddie Kilo tomorrow, so you got to get all your Kiddie Kilo fun in right now. Boy, we sure are. They are here in number today. Just look at that lineup from turns 3 to 4. My goodness. Last chance before we get back to some of our other racing here today to maybe put in a quick order with the food trucks. We've got Push Bike Derby after these kids finish, and then we'll be back to our racing with the big kids. Ride 2 for the sprint finals will be up after the Push Bike Derby. Spider-Man helmet is up to count. We're at number 5. 5 Spider-Man helmets, everybody. Stop what you're doing. We're nearly at 6. This is historic. I think we're in the multiverse or something. I don't know. I actually don't understand the Spider-Man situation well enough to comment any further. But there are a lot of them. Good to see fans lined up all the way around the corners here, folks. This is going to be a fun GP. We're going to get back into some sprints, and then the mass start racing is right around the corner. We've got some great events to enjoy here together shortly. And, of course, a few more of these kids to cheer on, especially the fun of the Push Bike Derby now getting lined up on the home straight. So many smiles. Families, if you can hold the kids back just a little longer. Here comes the push bikes. We're almost there. It's about to get very busy on the home straight. It's going to be push bikes all the way across the racing surface. So heads up, we're almost there. Push bikers are getting lined up for their start, and then we can have everybody make their way out. So just hold on for just a little bit longer. Thank you. All right, Push Bike Derby just about ready to get started. I'm going to do one of the things that Amara does and try to help a little bit with the crowd and make some noise. This is one of our favorite things we get to do is watch these kids take a quick sprint down the finish line. As soon as they start, I need to hear cheering from all over the velodrome. Here it goes. All right, let's hear it, fans. Push Bike Derby. Put your hands together. Sprinting down the finish line here. Whoa. Is that a Spider-Man helmet going to take it? What? It's the day of Spider-Man helmets, I swear. That's number 6. Somebody call the national news. 60 Minutes is going to do a special about it. Wow. Incredible. The Push Bike Derby, it's too much fun. A couple more finishers making their way to the finish line. Great job, kids. Keep it rolling. Way to go. All right. Nice job, kids. Push biking your way to a finish. All right, families. It is time to start making your way out. Watch for a couple finishers here on the lower part of the track, but we are good to start having you exit. Couple of experts over here taking the jump over the fence. That's the move. I love it. Anywhere you want to exit's good. If you go by the gate, you're going to wipe by some shaved ice, though. That looks pretty good. One more time, put your hands together for the Kiddie Kilo families. Great job, everybody. Thank you. The city of Redmond, bike capital of the Pacific Northwest, showing up in big numbers today once again. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back again with Kiddie Kilo on next Friday. So if that's where you're here, we know you'll be making your way out. That's all right. We'd love to have you as part of this part of the program. Sprints just about ready to start. And then, of course, mass start racing right around the corner. It's going to be a fun evening here. Grab a shaved ice maybe as a reward. Pick up a nice burrito on the way out. Find a place to enjoy a little bit more racing before your evening's over. Up next, Ride 2 for the Elite Men Sprints. If you've been anxious for an opportunity to donate for tonight's scratch race with Preems later in the program, if you were hoping to do that and you're on the live stream, or if you're here and you didn't bring cash, you can use the live stream as a way to do that. We are going to give maybe, let's say 10 minutes. We're going to close it at about 10 past 8 for super chat donations to be thrown in with Preems. It's going to be our last chance to do that. So if you want to use that feature, you can go onto YouTube, head into the chat, find the super chat, throw in there your donation. We'll make sure it gets part of the Preems. We are counting cash right now, thanks to all the generosity of our fans that are here at the Velodrome and a previous donation we'd already received. We are going to have some good Preems this evening, and that'll certainly be fun and incentivizing for our athletes, and a well-earned reward we can throw the way of our athletes making their way here to Redmond to compete as part of the GP. Yeah, Oregon Bob, how many riders? In the Kiddie Kilo, when we count it on the weekly, it's over 100. We're averaging, I think, and I'd have to ask Amara, who's not here right now. She's off with the junior team at T-Town doing junior nationals. So I think, should correct me later if I'm wrong, but about 110, 115 is a pretty average night. That looked to be closer to about 150, maybe even more. That was a lot of kids. So I don't think we've ever had a bigger number than what we had tonight this season for sure. I remember last year's GP feeling very similarly, about 150 plus kids. So pretty good stuff. If you're out there enjoying the stream right now, it looks like we've got nearly 100 of you watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We are just about ready to dive back into the racing program tonight. So our schedule, we took always a good detour for our kids in the Kiddie Kilo portion, which we're just getting the last riders off, closing the gate, and getting our starters in position now. It's time to jump back into this thing. It's Ride 2 in the sprint finals for our elite men. This is the ride for 3rd and 4th place. This time up against the rail, Andrew Karlberg gives the nod for the start. Chamblaney and the rider in black also ready for his start. Ride 2 underway. Blaney with advantage right now in this matchup took the first ride. If he can win again here, this series is done. Blaney will walk up to the podium in third place. It's Carlberg's commitment now to find a way to win and force a ride 3. Reminder again, we've got some feet hanging under the railing in some places. I know it's comfy to sit up alongside the track, but please, no limbs under the railing on the side of the track. We appreciate your help on that. It's a good sign we got so many fans over there in corner 3 and 4. Right now it's Blaney riding on the inside down the sprinter's lane. Carlberg swings down below for a moment, a little bit of movement. Trying to get some reaction out of Blaney at the front. Blaney keeping it pretty steady here. Looking left and right. Carlberg going to use a little bit of height here, so now he's going to try a little bit of some height advantage to try to zip his way back down, help him with the jump. Blaney from the front, up and out of the saddle. Carlberg in pursuit, trying to chase down the rider. And Blaney trying to close this series down 2 in a row. Looks like the Milkman's got enough to take it home. Blaney, 2 in a row. We'll take this ride. We'll end up in third place in today's Elite Men Sprint Tournament. Ready for first and second. Coming up on deck, the minor and then the major final for the Masters Cat 3 men. Keirin, they'll be followed by the Elite Women for their minor and major final, which will be a chariot race actually for the minor, and then our 6 qualifiers in the major. As Wyatt Paul in position 1, just inside of his teammate Alex Siegel, start up along the rail. Pretty similar kit from a distance here. It's Wyatt Paul, number 126, that won the first matchup. We talked about it a little bit before when Nolan was still up here with me, that we got to see record-setting speed from the rider in front, and it was not a small jump, folks. Usually we see records in the Flying 200. We've been operating this velodrome for over 50 years now. We see increments of maybe a tenth of a second when things get improved. Today, the time was taken down by 4/10 of a second. Wyatt Paul with astronomical speed this season in this event. He's set some records at other tracks at different altitudes. He's had some faster times than he had here. No surprise, but it was a warm day. It was a good day to set a record. Went out there and just absolutely set a very high bar for high speed today. His teammate Alex Siegel, very good rider, great race sense, knows the approach to this sport, knows how to play the sprint really well. He's got a tough task to find some way to take one ride against Wyatt Paul, or he'll be stepping on that top stool of the podium later on today. Let's see here as we hit the home straight what he's got in store for him from that back position. Wyatt Paul still in control, looking left, looking right. He knows where his teammate is. Kind of losing him there in the blind spot. There's the jump. The move underneath. Paul caught sleeping a little bit here. Siegel with the turn of speed, lights him up out of the corner. What a move. Wyatt Paul didn't have any time to get on top of it. Siegel showing the race savvy. Up and down, takes him out of turn 2 and sends us to a ride 3. There you go. Siegel making it look real good there. Using that race sense to jump him out of the corner. Caught him sleeping a little bit there. Paul was a little bit high on the track and did not have the time to respond. We'll see him again for a third ride. Super chat coming in for a donation. Thank you. Christian Miller says, Nolan Adams, what a guy. Yeah, I got a fist bump out of that. The minor final for the Masters Cat 3 men. Keirin lined up for their start. Pacer getting the signal now. And the Pacer now on the home straight. Riders ready. I didn't get quite the time to introduce our lineup here before things got going in our minor final. Drawing position 1 will be right behind the Pacer is Stan Douglas in the green for Shogun of Seattle. Directly behind, Sam Karp for Coalition Cycling. Jeremy Cattell, Creative Blue Racing Team in position 3. And Matthew Shikawa for Triple Shot Youth Cycling Team, number 158 in the 4th position. This will be a race for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th placings in today's Keirin. On deck is the race for 1st through 6th for our Masters in Cat 3 men field. This one's gone through the most rounds, so these riders, we actually had a pretty healthy registration for the noon session. We had to work through first the quarterfinals. We had reps for riders to get a second chance to get their way back in. The winners of either the quarterfinal round or those rep rides made it into the major final. We'll get to see them here in a bit. If we did not find a win in the rep, some riders were not even given the chance to race. So we've already had some opportunities for riders to qualify and advance to this stage to be racing in front of you tonight. And as we talked about earlier, this is all about bringing them up to speed. So right now, the Pacers' job is just consistent acceleration and being the front line that cannot be passed. So Stan Douglas is committed to stay behind that back wheel. He's benefiting from being as close as he can, trying to be in that slipstream, help him get up to speed. With the rest of this group now seeing 2 to go, half a lap left with the Pacer. Still a lot of prestige in this race, despite maybe not making it to that major final they were hoping for tonight. Good experience in front of the big crowd and an important race here, which will end up being 7th across the line for the first rider. Stan Douglas, local competitor, board member, and sometimes occasional Power Ranger. Out of the front of the lap right now, looking pretty good to start things off. Karp start to close down the distance a bit. Cattell's holding on to Karp's wheel right now. The junior Ishikawa getting dropped a little bit here from the acceleration of the front. Cattell making the move around the corner. Flattening out a little bit mid back straight. Douglas losing that position. Now it's going to be Cattell versus Karp. That was quite the squeeze there. Whoa. Man, they came around the corner. Cattell, it looked like Karp was taking up half the space he was supposed to somehow. Found room to kind of coexist there. It'll be Cattell across the line first out of the minor final with a nice finish. Karp finding some magic room there. Will end up coming across the line second. Major final on deck, about ready to come up for their start. After the major final for the Masters and Cat 3 men, we're going to bring up the Elite Women for a 7-up major final. So a slight change to our schedule. No minor final for the Elite Women. And now your major final for the Masters and Cat 3 men. Nearest to the rail is Alex Huey. Next door in lane 5, Andy Baker. James Campbell Harris for Leading Factory Racing in lane 4. Fergus Tanaka for the Small Monsters Project in lane 3. Stephen McLaughlin for Bike Central in lane 2. Ryan Havel for ACT down in lane 1. Riders getting final checks. Racing for top 6 places today in the Keirin. Set for a good one here, folks. This should be a fun one. Pacer getting the signal, and it's on its way. Pacer on the home straight. Riders ready. Riders in their first lap, getting all lined up here. Same order as they drew. Lane 1 takes the position directly behind the Pacer. In years gone by, there would be more jockeying for these positions, but actually a rule change a number of years ago. You draw your lineup order, and at least for the initial lineup, you have to match that order. So position 1 takes the front, position 6 goes to the back. So you'll see them kind of get into that lineup without contention. Once they're here, though, this actually can start changing. So riders are now allowed to start repositioning themselves, thinking about if they want to be in a new spot. Right now, everybody's just sitting in their spot. Everybody's okay, just getting up to speed. Now a little bit of playing around from Huey at the back, and I saw a little bit of this in earlier rides as he's just kind of positioning and trying some stuff out during the slower part of the race. Scouting things out, maybe looking down the lineup, trying to pick his place. And he rode from the back of his field really well during the qualifying round, so he knows something I don't about how to race from the back of a group of riders like this. The middle of this group, I think, is going to be wanting to push forward based on the way they qualified. I wouldn't be surprised to see some early speed from kind of the middle of this lineup. Havel all the way at the front, being followed by the veteran, the Shark, out of Portland. Multi-time Masters National Champion in the sprints and then the Keirin. He's had such great success here at the GP. Currently in position 2, right behind Havel, as the Pacer has left. This is the race for 1st through 6th. How's this one going to finish? Put your hands together, 1 to go. Where you at, Redmond? Havel at the front, up and out of the saddle, trying to hold on to the speed. Campbell Harris sliding in along, trying to get up to the front, but Havel so hard to pass. McLaughlin looking very comfortable right now. He's looking to kind of engage some more speed. He's going to try to find the slot. He's got it. McLaughlin out of the slot is now in control. He's going to come around the corner in position. Bike Central. The Shark striking so well. Brilliantly executed. Takes another. Great move out of turn 3 to find that window. He had to make the move before it closed down. That opportunity was so short for him to get up and out of that lane. Well done for McLaughlin. We'll be on top of this one. Great racing from the Keirin. We're going to continue with our elite women here in just a moment. They're going to come by the crowd. This is your opportunity one more time to give them a little extra love and congratulations. Our top 6 in today's Keirin. The Shark gets another. Congratulations. Great racing here. Riders will exit on the back straight this time, and we can get set for this next one. Super Chat has been closed here for any donations, so we will start tallying up and make sure we're ready for our preems later tonight. Thank you for your generosity out there. And now getting set for their start, the elite women in this major final. Out there near the rail, number 1, Lizanne Wilmot. In lane 6, Tori Park. In lane 5, Grace Edwards. In lane 4, Eleanor Finlayson. Lane 3, Jacqueline Wunrow. Lane 2, Diane Snobelin. And down the sprinter's lane, lane 1, Charlie Petard. Riders are set for their start, getting final check-ins. Your major final for elite women, Keirin. Pacer's on its way. This is a race for top spots on today's podium for the Keirin. Pacer on the home straight. Riders ready. And racing underway. Local Torrey Park getting some cheers from the local fans here. Waterline Racing showing up to support one another. And up at the front, we've got Petard, who, again, put out some great laps during the junior takeover here. And now finds herself drawing position 1 to lead out this field, if that's where she ends up staying when the race is fully engaged. Plenty of great finishes and results for the rider in second position at the GP over the last couple of years. Diane Snoblin, coming down from Burnaby, has been one to watch on the annual event here. So I'll be kind of interested to see how this race plays out for her. Currently in position 2. Has been very successful in these high-speed events as part of the GP in years past. Now a little bit of position changing. This is what I mentioned in the last group, is that this is allowed. Once we kind of get through the start, riders are permitted to start repositioning themselves. So now we have some shifting going on within the group. That was number 11, Eleanor Finlayson. Positioning up a few bikes, now up into third spot. So an interesting shuffle here. Riders are still happy kind of being in this flat single file line, though, after that change of the order. And at 2 to go. In this group of 7, that's a little different than a normal Keirin. It's real stretched out. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe number 5 start thinking about working up a little bit, and that's what she's going to start doing through the turn here. So exiting that lane, thinking about repositioning. It's a long lineup. Wilmot's thinking the same thing. Like, let's shorten this race a little bit. The junior Petard moves way up track. Says, yeah, no, I'm not leading this group out. That's not going to happen. I might have drawn position 1, but I am not going to be at the front of this fast group of riders. They're going to be right at the rail, giving us all a look at them before they get onto the top speed. Snoblin not ready to make the jump yet. The track's getting shorter and shorter. 1 to go. Wilmot at the very back end, watching the field start to accelerate. Snoblin from the front, taking charge. There's Finlayson, number 11 on the wheel. Snoblin, great speed, diving down to that back straight, showing why she has been such a figure here in this kind of race. Finlayson in perfect spot to try to challenge. 2 riders challenging up. Wilmot's trying to get all the way from the back of the group. As this one row, it's going to be Snoblin versus Finlayson. Whoa, not enough for the pass. Snoblin does another one here. So hard to pass with that kind of power in that finish. Takes charge out of turn 2 and is able to stay in front for the final 300 meters on that one. Finlayson positioned beautifully, kind of reshuffling herself, found the right wheel, and made it a race all the way to the end. Diane Snoblin, we only get to see her about once a year, but boy, she puts out some good speed. Picks up another one here. Finlayson giving a wave as well for a great second place finish here today. That was well done, well placed. Snoblin just could not be passed. Well done to our major finalists here in the Elite Women, Keirin. And now we bring up the Elite Men for the elimination race. The hustle to the rail has already completed. Riders off into the neutral. A very important neutral, mind you. I don't know if you saw how much riders were already jockeying for position at the rail. You might, what's going on here? This is our first mass start of the night. You might just think, oh, that's what every race looks like. No, it's not. That's an elimination thing. Riders know that this is going to be a fast neutral. We got a rider out of the group. Bringing him back to the rail, says the radio. Back to the rail. We're going to neutralize the race. We're going to try to get a rider back in. Back to the rail. We'll take it around another lap, slow it down. Back to the rail. We got to restart this race. We're restarting the race. Bring it back to the rail. We're going to restart the race. Back to the rail. Slowing it back down again. Thank you, everybody. We're going to get this thing back together again. Elite men back to the rail. We're going to restart this thing once we're ready. Thank you. Riders back into this neutral. The elimination getting restarted. Now, once this thing really gets going, this is going to be very active on my part just to make sure we get good information out. We need to announce the rider every single lap that is last across the finish line. They are pulled from the race. That is why this is such a critical neutral lap, and there's so much speed before the race has even begun. Riders are already positioning in this field. They know it's going to be fast as the race starts. Go around one more time. We have a small disconnection on the back part. Race has not started. Race is still in neutral. Rider's still getting in position. We'll get him started as soon as there's connection here. And there's the whistle. Racing's underway. Elimination at the GP. Here we go. This is going to be an intense race. 26 starters. Just getting into the top 10 at this event for a lot of our local athletes is a huge accomplishment. Throwing down in top 5 feels like it's almost impossible to work their way through this group. 119, Darian Dukin. 119, Darian. A long ways to go here for our elimination, and the interest as for the spectator is eyes on the back of the field and watch the swing through turn 4 as things kind of widen up. The riders at the back are going to accelerate towards the rail. They're looking for space to stay in. 122 is Jack Kennedy. 122, Kennedy. And oftentimes the field will kind of flatten out a little bit as they hit the back straight, so a little bit longer, and then as they round through the corner, they get wider and a little bit flatter at the front as riders push their way up to ensure that they stay in. This is a pretty stretched out lap here, though. .128 is Colin Dunlap. And a lot of the interest in the race can be in seeing who's positioning at the back and taking advantage of the fact that they actually have the best slipstream of the day, right? This big field to work within means you can have an easier time on the back straight, but then you have to do the work to sprint every single lap. .107, Baker. Andy Baker. That was another one of those textbook situations where the top looked like they might have been out, but the acceleration from the riders closer to the rail does enough to stay in. Otis Hatfield, 132. This rider for Coalition's been at the back quite a bit. That looks to be Zach Simon. And has been playing the position very well. So the traditional name for the longtime viewers of the sport, the Devil playing that role at the back. Playing it well so far. Look down low again. 121. Alex Hutchinson. Your rider from Coalition still in this. Looking down at the pain zone right now, having to do another effort to try to accelerate up to the group. You can see riders as they're kind of getting past, also looking over the right shoulder, looking to see if they're the last in the lineup. Will I have to move up? Can I find space? .125, Zachary Simon. 125, Simon. He played the role very well for many laps, just barely caught that time. More movement here at the back, rotating around. Might be down low again. Ooh, the fight. 101 is Evan and Cerro. 18 riders still in this group. It's so interesting, too. Some of the fastest riders in this group, I'm not even going to talk about till we get to the end, like Canadian national champion, the elimination right at the front, by the way. There are some very good riders at the front of this field, and we're not even really going to get to focus on them until much later. 124. Ostertag Hill tried to find the smallest of gaps to fit into and just could not quite do it. Looks like we might have one falling off the pace a little bit early, so this might be an easy call. Volunteer off the back. 131. 131. Tutski. Yeah, the national colors out there. Racing number 106, Campbell Parrish. Going to be good in this race. 120, another one to look out for. The elimination is 111. Nolan Adams. Nolan Adams. Cameron Fitzmaurice is another one to keep your eyes on. He's up near the front, racing at number 120. That's the national colors I was mentioning earlier, the red and the white. Just so much power at the front of this field, driving the speed right now. Again, our eyes to the back. Leading Factory. Trying to position. 102 is Harrison Devine. You could see the anxiety there as he realized that the door was closing. He had to make a move, and it was just not quite quick enough. Whoa, another one. 115. That's Hafer. Carl Hafer. $13 remaining here. We're getting close to top 10. As I mentioned at the beginning of this race, even making it to top 10 with this speed and how many riders you have to work your way through is an accomplishment of itself. But now with the podium so close, the stakes raising every single lap. Oh! Checking that one. 104, Sage. 104. 104. Sage. 104. 104, Sage. No pull. No pull. No pull. No pull. And that's why we don't post how many rounds there are on this particular race on the sprint lap or on the lap card. So you just don't know sometimes if it's all going to go entirely to plan. Just needed a second to confirm that one. Here we go again. Oh, stretched out of the back. 130, Elliot Crowther. $11 riders remain. Gallagher was near the back. Local young speedster for our velodrome positioned himself up several bikes. Does not want to be close to the end on this lap, so now we see some movement. Big move up high here, trying to stay in. Chris Wilson looks over the shoulder and says, uh-oh, here it comes. Down low, Cohen Vigliotti, 118. Cohen Vigliotti. Rocking and rolling off the front here, not wanting to stick around for any more. One rider just racing this like the points are at the front. .105 is Chris Wilson, as Kyle Perry for first entered at Bank Cycling. Back for more this year, racing the GP last year, had some great finishes. Strong rider, just tries to establish position at the front of the field and stretches his out nearly single file. We're now into that top 10 part of the race, so the field looks significantly smaller. Getting down to it. .123, Lawson. 123, Dylan Lawson. No pull. That took too long for the confirmation. No pull. Dylan Lawson on the last lap. No pull. Dylan Lawson. No pull. That was a close one. And it was between, I believe, Fitzmaurice, number 120, and Lawson, number 123 on that one. And it was close. Needed a second to confirm. But, wow. Down to it. The Canadian National, literally with the bike throw, might have saved his race here. Lots of movement at the back. Whoa. Got to find some room. 114. Zach Kovalchek. Trying to look for an exit as he kind of found a way to get into the middle of the group despite the elimination. Wow. Kovalchek found the room, just couldn't quite get out in front of it quick enough. Oh, another quick movement around. A rider at the front now, all the way at the back. Can he stay in another? I don't think he will. That's 117. Kyle Perry caught that time. That was a rider we saw him make the aggressive move to be off the front. Some names left here. Daniel Brewer at the front, number 109 for Cheney Windows and Doors. Took home several wins over the last couple years here at the GP. He leads this group right now. Kent Ross out here. Aaron Beebe still in this field. Who's next to the line? 1-2-0. Cameron Fitzmaurice. Down to 5. Whoa, now for 5th place in the elimination. Just off the back, Campbell Parrish. Heading in 5th today in the elimination with a great race. 4 remain. Daniel Brewer out in the midst, leading this thing right now. We've got Beebe, Gallagher. Gallagher get out of the saddle to try to match the attack here. All riders riding around. Big rotation move here, leaving one rider off the back. Whoa. Whoa. That's 109, Brewer. The rotation comes around and just leaves him out one position. Gallagher on the front of the group now. Kent Ross. Aaron Beebe, our group of 3 remaining. Gallagher on the front. Has been touring the world, throwing down some great laps here this season as a young rider. Styling right now in this elimination. 110 is Aaron Beebe. It's put down Kent Ross and Merrick Gallagher, and Gallagher's just going to go. Send it forward. The recent high school grad has just got so much motor. He has so much power to finish. National level talent here in Redmond, has been crossing the country, doing the work. What a strong race. Kent Ross, number 108, with a fantastic race here today to position himself all the way up in this final couple of laps of the elimination. Waterline Racing's got the youngster Merrick Gallagher, the rising star here from Redmond. Pulls in a great race. They're going to both come around for one more set of cheers. Gallagher making it happen. All right, and this is the part of the program where we have an optional race that we won't need. It's, oh wait, we do. Where are you at, Wyatt? Where are you at, Siegel? Let's go. Ride 3. That wasn't me calling you out. Of course you're in the right place. You're exactly where you mean to be. I'm the one in the wrong place. I'm jumping over on a program and not knowing what's going on. The sprint finals, ride 3 for the race for first and second between Siegel and Paul, now coming up to the start line. On deck, Marymoor Crawl, followed by the Elite Women in the 5-mile scratch.
Pretended to.
And the whistle sound for our start. It's Siegel, racing number 113, starting on the inside position. Paul closer to the rail and now in second. Speaking of that race we just got to see a moment ago, I have just a few more words to say on that. Merrick Gallagher, product of our local junior race team now, off and away doing great things. Waterline Racing kind of picked him up this year. He's having great results, but continuing on the streak for the Jerry Baker Juniors, Rue Tomko winning everything that they put their mind to right now. Our racing age 18 rider, Rue Tomko. If you're a regular here at the Velodrome, you'll recognize that name. Picked up the International Omnium yesterday and also won in the Scratch and the Points race today. So congrats to Rue Tomko for representing our area with pride at the national championships over there in T-Town. Another shout out also, I think from yesterday, the big highlight from Coach was Hazel Baker in the 13-14 junior girls winning the scratch race. So one of our juniors, up and comer Hazel Baker, with a fantastic result yesterday. Taking it slow through the first half of this one. It don't look like a sprint yet, but I promise we'll get there. Siegel takes the lead position into turn 4. Here comes Paul on the high part of the track. And no messing around. One full high-speed lap. He also holds our record for kilo at our track, so this is not something he's unfamiliar with. Just go the long distance, Siegel says. Oh, no! A mechanical. Oh. That's not what we wanted. Wyatt Paul. Impressive top speed from this rider all day long. All right, Siegel. The one time we get to watch you coast on the track. Ritter says on the live chat that Rue took every point in the points. Ritter, that's not possible. Took all of the best points, maybe. Had the maximum possible score. Well, there's a maximum of lapping, so there's a... Yeah, it's all good. I get the point. Actually, they took all the points. I understand what you're saying. With sun setting now, we appreciate if the tent tops can come off for visibility across the middle of the field. We always appreciate that at this time of the day. It'll help our officials. We appreciate it. Tent tops could come off. That would be helpful. All right, and at this time, it is time to invite riders that would like to participate in tonight's Marymoor Crawl. Time to get your way onto the bike, head your way out. Looks like riders are already starting to assemble in the warm-up circle. It'll be just a moment before we're ready to start, so if you want to head up to turn 4, you can, but it'll be just a minute here. Up next, the Open Marymoor Crawl. Riders that would like to participate in that, followed by the 5-mile scratch for the elite women. More great racing tomorrow. We have an evening session starting at 6 p.m., our final session for racing for the GP tomorrow at 6 o'clock. beverage garden, food trucks, and, of course, the conclusion to everything going on here for the weekend. All right, let's get riders up to corner 4, please. Marymoor Crawl, riders up to corner 4. If you're ready to get up there, head up now. Marymoor Crawl, riders to corner 4. All riders, welcome to participate in the Marymoor Crawl, heading now to turn 4. Anybody that's lining up's got to be behind Dylan, though. I don't want to see that smile right at the front. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. That's how we got to have it. All right, riders, this is going to be fun. We're going to have an unknown amount of time before the bell rings, and until the bell rings, riders have to stay behind the finish line, keep themselves upright. Using the fixed gear bikes, they're able to do what's called the track stand. They can go very slowly in the forward direction until the bell rings. When the bell rings, then it's a one-lap sprint for the finish. Last call, got a couple more rolling up here. Looks like we might end up with just under 20 starters for today's crawl. The slowest fast lap in track racing. Any more participants? Last call. Looks like one more is rolling up. And this sound the whistle. The timer has now started. I don't know how long it's going to go. Essentially, at least one of the officials and our bell ringer knows. They're going to be watching the clock. Steve doesn't even know. He's just going to make it up as he goes, too. That seems about right. Oh, yeah. You just know. It's like there's another sense, a sixth sense you have when it's time to ring the bell. All right, compelled to stay upright. You can mess with other riders. You could certainly try to cut them off. As long as no feet go down, no hands on the rail. I was told you can lean on other riders. That's a legal move too. If you exit the racing surface, go under the blue line, you also are out of the race. Oh man.
All right. Somebody come down here to the start finish, but up at the rail. Let me get a little interview in. Come on, somebody come say hi. Who's this triple shot rider? Come on, can't you go up? Oh, here we go. Who's this?
Jack.
All right. Red Kilo taking some money. Who else has got money up here? Oh, not a lot. That's all right. Lizanne Wilmot coming to the front here. Here we go, Lizanne.
I was going to...
Oh, all right, Dan cutting us off. All right, Lizanne, here you go.
You want me to get a little bit closer? I was trying to heckle the junior.
Just shout my way.
Ha!
All right. That's a bit literal. Lizanne, where'd you fly in from today?
I didn't fly in today. I flew in Wednesday.
Semantics. Where are you coming from?
Sydney, Australia.
We have heard of it. In fact, all the way from Sydney. That might be like the farthest participant. And there's the
whoa! Right away. Just when you start to forget it's a race. Got a pretty good sized field making it into this one. The Aussies in position 2 right now. Here comes the second effort from the rest of the chasing field. One well and away. Is that Huey off the front? I'm having a hard time seeing from all the way across the track. Whoa! Oh, the move to the top. Look out. Parrish, number 106, takes the fast lap in the crawl. Whoa! Climb his way back into that one. That's a fun race. Like, it's like the bell rings right at the time when you just forget you're in the middle of a race. Like, it's like, oh, we're just having a conversation. Just watch a bunch of people are standing around on their bikes. And then off we go. Campbell Parrish with the big win. Hey, Dylan said, come on, make some noise for the crawl. Parrish, you're a winner for the crawl. Well done. The slowest, we'll see him go all day long. Don't you have a scratch race coming up? Now you're warmed up, right? Five-mile scratch race riders to the rail. The elite women, 5-mile scratch to the rail. Boy, it's good to hear a crowd here today, still having fun. How are we doing over there in corner 1 and 2? Let's make some noise on the far side of the track. How are we doing over there? We're still on a good one? All right, beautiful. Okay, we can almost hear you right here. How's the grandstands doing right here on the home straight? How you doing down here? There we go. Okay, this is like the polite crowd in my opinion. Where's crowd 4, or corner 4 over there? Corner 4, there we go. Putting your hands up, let's see it. Okay, last shout out. You know who's last. Come on, Beverage Garden, where are you at? All right, we're continuing with some fun racing. The 5-mile scratch lined up at the rail for the elite women. Lizanne's still working off that crawl, so coming up to the start here in just a moment. We have a quick mechanical here. It looks like number 5 out of the group. We'll bring the group back to the rail, so roll it around slow. We'll try to get this thing back to the rail here. Ride is going to get a restart. It's been the day of the mechanical. What's going on here? Who's the bike mechanic on the infield that we need to have like hired out to check people's stuff, you know?
It's normally Max.
Oh, Max Haggard. That's right. Yeah, where the heck's Max at? That's what we need. Haldy's definitely the one to call right now, and he's here.
Never mind. He's just Max here.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just saw Haldy run across the infield, so that would be the person to go find. It's just like we're just having that day, you know? All right, so bring riders back around to their start. Give us just a sec. We'll get things back and going. It looks like Tori just needs a moment to readjust, and we'll get this thing started up again. Man, I did all that work to rile up the crowd again. Ugh, the ups and downs. There's Haldeman. That's who we need. We need your specialty here today. Something's not in the air, you know? Something's off. Gotta help us out.
So yeah, JC took help from Carlberg. This was back when Merrick was getting help from Kenny Williams, Kenny was also helping Keegan, but now that he's moved to Portugal, Keegan gets help from Madison. Merrick he has his own thing going on. JC doesn't race his own work, and yeah, he gets help from Kenny. That's his thing. And Cody he gets workouts Sunday.
Yeah, Lizanne's like, hey, what's my reason for racing today? Aren't there preems? Yes, thanks to the donations and the generosity of everybody out there, we've got a couple set aside for our scratch races. We have 2 $100 preems that are going to be thrown out during this race. So look out. I know what you're going to be looking for, Lizanne. I was asked over the radio, so I'll actually answer out loud, though. For interest, the 5 mile is a time that we track here for record-keeping purposes. 10:51:26 is the record time set all the way back in 1996, interestingly enough. 10:51:26. Do you want to add another preem just for those things? I don't have the power to do that. I might. There you go. Haldy says you'll throw an extra $100 to break the record. There you go. I think we still do $100 for record breaks here already. So that's like doubling down on it. That's fun incentive. Thank you, Haldeman.
No, I mean, I was there for the attack of the mile. Yeah. I'm talking about this field for 5 mile. Probably not. They should. Who's the fastest?
And there we go. This 5 mile on the way. Got a great crowd through corners 1 and 2. Appreciate having such a good audience here tonight. All the cheers and support we're getting for our athletes. If you ask the number one thing that I hear after racing is done, at the end of Saturday, we talking to the athletes afterwards, and the thing we hear the most consistently that they love about coming here to Redmond is the fact that we have this crowd that actually interacts and enjoys the racing and participates. This community is thriving and it's fun to be at. Not many velodromes in the country can have claim to such a great environment. So thanks to you all for being a part of it. Put your hands together. The racing's underway. 5 mile scratch race. 20 to go. You know, extra little shout out there. I don't know if anybody in the velodrome community would know that Big Boss around here, Amara, is also our junior head coach. So out and away over this weekend doing junior nationals. In her stead, we have a GP race manager, graduate from the junior program, racing for Rice University, and racing in this race, Kelly Darlene, number 2, helping coordinate the racing this weekend and making sure everybody's got their numbers, everything's all ordered out, sending out all the communications. So there's one you can cheer for. Just look for number 2. And thank her for the efforts this weekend to make racing happen. These early laps is kind of working through, getting this group kind of warmed up to each other. This is the first time racing this mass start group this weekend, so kind of getting familiar with each other on these first few laps. This is a race for the finish line without anything else to get in the way. No points, no eliminations, no special laps, except for the inclusion of 2 big preems that'll make speed kind of happen in some unexpected places. Put $100 at the finish line. That's pretty decent. That's eclipsing a good finish in one of our races this weekend. So that'll be a motivator and also a nice reward for our traveling athletes to try to go fight for. So look out for those. That'll be my job to ring the bell and announce those 2 preems in this race. Other than that, it's a race for the finish. With 16 to go. Still plenty of laps to work through. Riders taking their turns at the front. There's Eleanor Finlayson, number 11. Had a good-looking Keirin. Will certainly be a factor tonight in the scratch. Lizanne Wilmot coming off the front quickly. Kimberly Chen is here. Once again, a rider from, we saw her last year. Coming down from Canada, Red Truck Racing. Number 13 tonight. Pulls off the front, moves kind of midfield. Eva Lynn for Eclipse, number 12. In the black and now orange, kind of works the way to the back of the group. And number 10 at the front, that's Sarah Beard leading the field through that pole. Looks like something might be up with the bike as Wilmot's looking down and hearing some radio chatter that there might be some noise, some extra mechanical issue going on. Again, it's the evening of mechanicals. I'm not sure what's happening or what's in the air. At 14 to go. Everybody look at each other here. There's Chen back to the front. Looking like trying to set a pretty strong pace. Hi, Lizanne. Waving your way onto your exit. The curse strikes again. Diane Snoblin, who was on the front there for a moment, winning the Keirin today and has had success in this scratch race in previous GPs. Look out for number 8, Snoblin, if this stays at this kind of moderate pace. And we're going to ring the bell right now. I've got $100 to lead on this lap. $100 to lead on this lap. $100. Picking up big speed here down the back straight. That looks to be Petard on the lead of the lap right now. One of our younger riders in this field. Whoa, the big pass coming from the group of 3, including race director Darlene getting into position. We might have 3 across the track here fighting for the hundreds. Whoa, Darlene looking good here. Number 2 flying in for the first cash pickup. Whoa. Hey, man, those college books are expensive.
There's some good sites.
Number 2 picking up the first of our preems in the field, reconvening themselves here, talking it over, settling back into the groove. Now with 11 to go. Those front 2 are the top 2 places from that Keirin, number 11 and number 8. Mentioned both of them already. Haven't gotten to see this rider, number 10, Sarah Beard, who's about to be at the front of the field yet. Looking very comfortable out there right now. We saw the speed from Darlene in that last sprint, so spend 1 match to pick up the $100. I noticed where the bell's ringing that a couple riders that I just mentioned had rotated kind of near the back of the field. So the next time the bell's ringing, we'll get to see a different group of athletes potentially fighting over the money, I suspect. That's number 3, Jennifer Girth for Crit Nasty, coming off the front in that kind of beige-colored jersey. Nine to go. 9 to go. It's Kimberly Chen on the front of the group again. 8 to go. Darlene to the front. Feeling pretty comfortable in this group, leading them through on the lap. Looks like Petard has done a really big dig here to find a way back up to this group, kind of falling off things. And that's number 4 for Peak Pursuits, getting back into contact with the main field. Seven to go. Tori on the lead of the lap, now taking an attack here, number 5. The field falling very quickly. Still into the preem, and of course the big finish up ahead. The 5 mile getting near the ending section now. This is where we've gone long enough that we're starting to see a little bit of the endurance pay the toll. Riders are having to fight their way back into these accelerations. So that last attack from Tori kind of thinning the numbers out temporarily. They sit above the blue line. This is allowing things to come back together again, but the damage has been done. Might be done a few more times before this race really wraps up. Well above the blue line. So this is a couple of slower laps here. It's the same attack rider for Tori on the move. So as the field kind of slows up, number 5 not liking the pace. Time to go again at 5 to go. And I got a bell to pick up $100. Feeling the moment here. I got a bell to pick up $100 preem at 5 to go. This is so close to the finish. Who's going to go try and take a dig at this one? Who's got some energy for a little extra cash? A little bit slow at the front. Look at the movement in the middle of the field. Oh, there she goes. Kim Chen. Explosive move from the middle of the field. About 6 bikes back. Great jump for the rider from Red Truck. Boom. 4 to go. Is she just going to keep on the pedals? Oh, this last mile. Chen just says, okay, come get me. This is a big move. We'll keep our eyes on the field now as Chen is all in on this one. All of the chips have been pushed onto the center of the table. This is a huge gamble. Three to go. 3 to go. This might be the race. I got to watch Kip Chen before she was a member of Red Truck as a junior rider. She has such great race sense. A great time to go for this move, and she knows herself well. She's got good endurance pace. She's trying to make this happen. Can the field bring it back? Right now, that's number 7 on the lead of the lap for the field. Lily Kendall for Ironfly. I-Academy race team. Another one to kind of keep your eye on if this comes back together again. There's not a lot of time left for Chen. She's going to be seeing 2 to go. The field bearing down. Can she hold off the charge? Kelly Darlene's trying to spoil it. Number 2 next to catch. Oh, and Chen has to pull up. She knows it's all over. Might give her an opportunity to set up for this finish. That's going to be a tough one, though. Who in this field now takes charge? Tori Park to the front, just about to get this final bell. Diane Snoblin wants to win this. She's moving into that second position now. There's the rider second in the Keirin. She wants another stab at this finish. The rider from Ironfly, we just mentioned her, number 7, Lily Kendall, moving up alongside. We've got ourselves a great finish lined up, folks. Put your hands together. 1 to go! Snoblin coming up along the red line, trying to take over the front position. Finlayson following right behind. It's getting bunched up in the corner. Who's going to make the first big jump? Snoblin controlling the lane. The front of the race. Whoa, coming through the corner. Snoblin takes over in the sprinter's lane. Who's going to come up next? Ironfly's making the move up alongside. Can Snoblin be passed? Can she find another win in the scratch? The challenge coming from above the red line. Oh, Beard almost having it. Number 10 making great acceleration. Nobody could pass number 8. It's Snoblin again. Congratulations to all of our riders here in the 5 mile scratch. Snowman giving a wave to the crowd for another hard-earned victory here today. That was a fast finish. An exciting setup. Love the move from Chen early with the cash pickup. Had to give it a try. Really set up for a fantastic moment there. The field catches and Snowblin positioned perfectly for that finish. Ride us to the rail for our next race. Masters, Cat 3 men, points race to the rail. There's the whistle, riders away for the neutral. Points racing. 30 laps on the lap cards.
You guys are trying to convince me to go home. Hell no. If you want to. I don't want to. This is more fun.
Standard format we do here quite a lot. The points race. Riders will hear a bell on the lap before the sprint for points. The first 4 riders across the line on those points laps receive 5 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point in that order. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Right at the most points at the end of the race is your winner. Don't forget the last lap is double points, 10, 6, 4, and 2. 20 points to lap the field, minus 20 if you get lapped by the field. Points racing underway. 30 to go. Ben Flom for the Shogun of Seattle race team took us across the finish line on that opening lap and off to a pretty quick start. 17 riders lined up for their start at the rail. Points racing is the long game. It's a great mix of strategy and tactics. You have to respond to the current approach, what's happening in the race right now. And you also have to have a long-term plan. You got to keep track of what people are doing out there. Count your points. Decide when it's time to go. Find your openings. Get the valuable points you can. And a great athletic mix as well. Recovery required in between the sprints. Top speed needed for those sprints. And in some of the longer points racing, the endurance just becomes a bigger and bigger factor too, as some of these races can get quite up there in terms of total distance. 30 laps is a pretty good ride for this field. At 28 to go, our first bell at 26. Points at 25. Live stream crew, pardon me, getting a couple shout outs on the live chat. Appreciate hearing the compliment on the camera work to our crew up here and our staff doing an excellent job with the broadcast. Appreciate hearing that. Riders will have to go back and rewatch. We've added some overlays in this off-season and been working on them throughout our season to provide better information on screen while you're watching as well, including start lists, the program, and results as best we can. There's a lot to figure out as it's our first year doing it, but
It just comes in and out. It's just a battery problem. He literally took one step this way and he started looking. I might have to buy something. I don't even think it's for a speaker. I think it's just the battery's out. You might
and we've got to move off the front ahead of this first bell. That's Ben Flom. We saw him lead right at the beginning of the race. He's feeling ready to go. First points in the race coming up. Flom on the lead of this one.
I see you again.
Watching the field, starting to move into position. That looks to be Cattell moving up around the red line. Scrambling his way up. It'll be Flom with a powerful lap here for 5. Cattell for 3. Andy Lynch, 153. Serge Malikian, 149. Getting the 2 and the 1. Show to Seattle rider Ben Flom, the early leader here, with 5 now. Jeremy Cattell, second across the line. Your rider currently in second with 3 points. Lynch in third with 2, and Malikian in fourth with 1. Next bell at 21 to go. Still early in the race here, so it's hard to give too much commentary on how this thing is going to play out. The biggest thing is after a couple sprints, we're going to really start to see who's here to race, who's going to really kind of establish themselves over these first couple of sprints. There's only 6 opportunities for points here. It feels like a pretty long race, but this thing is going to really get over sooner than you might think. Right now, the early leader, local rider Ben Flom. At 22 to go, Bell next time around. There's your race leader coming all the way to the front. His teammate right behind did pick up points in the last sprint as well. That's Serge Malikian. Race director would like you to know that the podiums today are 5 deep and will occur at the end of this session. So all podiums 5 deep, end of session for presentations. 21 to go, and the next bell is ringing. There goes number 153 off the front. Andrew Lynch. Cattell coming to the front again. Looking really comfortable. A little bit of a move low on the track. He holds it together. 5 points for Cattell. Malikian 3. That's 154. Third across the line. Carl Mathis. And move off the front now after that previous sprint. Here goes Grinsel, number 138, racing for Dyna. Mr. G, the kindergarten teacher and longtime Dyna racing stalwart here at our velodrome, making the attack. Your leader after 2 sprints is Jeremy Cattell, now with 8 points. Ben Flom in second with 5. In third with 4, Serge Malikian. 2 riders in fourth with 2 points apiece, Lynch and Mathis. Got to watch Cattell last year at Masters Nationals. This guy has got great race sense, lots of speed, riding for Creative Blue Racing Team. He's starting to show himself here today a little bit, establishing his early lead. I kind of mentioned this. Who's going to rise to the top early in this race? So far, it's Cattell out in front on this leaderboard. A move down to the sprinter's lane as Flom has shown up to race today as well. Now, every year for quite a while, Ben was out here trying the hour record. He loves kind of that consistent effort off the front, so he's going to try to set up these kinds of attacks, I think, today. A few more of these. He's got the motivation of being in second right now, so he's feeling this is another opportunity to apply some speed against this field. The catch is coming pretty quickly here, though. Not easy going, though, to get all the way up to Flom's position. 16 to go, and here's the bell. So good timing to catch for number 143, Ryan Havel for ACT. Here comes Cattell in his position again, just ready to strike one more time. Looks like he's going to take over on the lap as they fly into corner 3. Cattell making the pass. He'll get the 5. Havel for 3. And Fergus, Tanaka looks like he wants some help. He says, let's go, go, go. He gets second across the line. Flom for 1. I could hear the chatter there as Tanaka came underneath in corner 1. He said, you know what, we've got a gap here. We're hurting the field. Let's keep going. I need some help. And that brought Cattell right back into the action. So now Tanaka, kind of being the new team organizer, has found himself in a trio. Havel's making his way up there. He's trying to help a little bit, just has to get into contact. Back to the field, we're seeing the chase right now, not really fully engaged. Flom was thinking about doing some work here. It's now going to be Darlene taking over the front. So some rotations going on at the front of this field, trying to catch. But it's Cattell leading this lead group of 3 at 13 to go, now in charge of the position on the race and the points. Your leader with 13 right now. In second with 6 is Ben Flom. In third with 4 is Serge Malikian. 2 riders in fourth place with 3 points is Tanaka and Havel. In sixth with 2 points each, Lynch and Mathis in a tie. Cattell, your leader, after half of the sprints have been completed. And the catch starting to come back together. The leaders have been found by the rest of this field. Flom a little bit off the back of this group. Your rider currently in second, losing a little bit of position right now of interest. So he's trying to claw his way back up. Not let this thing get away from him, but now the front is looking pretty quick again. And there goes Cattell attacking one more time. Your race leader wants to keep it fast. He knows the bell's coming. Taking charge in the sprinter's lane. Off he goes. Malikian, the next closest rider. There's Fergus Tanaka, number 147 now, trying to be in on the chase. Some riders scrambling up from the mid part of this now shattered field. We might end up having the front of the race be the field again as the back is kind of pulled apart. Cattell for 5. Looks well figured out here. Grinsel for 3. Darlene for 2. Fergus Tanaka for 1. Cattell picking up 5 again. Now at 18 points. The rest of the field is just all over the place. There are points up and down this leaderboard. There's really just one clear leader, and then it's a fight for the top 5 on this podium behind Cattell right now. It might sound cliche, so I won't say this is entirely true. It's not anybody's race. This feels like it's Cattell's race. But the race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is wide open. Rider off the front here. The field sitting above the blue line. An attack well ahead of the bell. Good aggression here. Look over the shoulder. They ain't moving. Rider 157, Scott Vigliotti for Devo Escape Velocity, is escaping from this field. With velocity, indeed. The field is above the blue line, and they are absolutely racing against each other right now. No eyes on the leader. There goes a big jump from the back of the field. Cattell just sends one flying. Where's the help for our breakaway rider? There's the noise we need. Vigliotti getting some love finally. This is a huge move for points. Cattell, let's see where the chase is. He's looking quick here. Starting to close this gap down. There's Flom. He's made his way back into this race after a little bit of recovery off the back. There's 135. He's right back in this thing. Still trying to hold on to a podium spot. Cattell gives up on the chase. He's going to let someone else do some work here, and that's currently Flom. The beer garden's giving some love to the breakaway rider, but the field still scrambling. 6 to go. Vigliotti on his way to pick up 5. Bell's ringing for the field. That's 131 the lead of the lap. Iatutski. I don't think they're going to make the catch in time for points, but maybe shortly after. We'll have to see. Cattell up and out of the saddle doing what he's done all day here in this race, finding points. Vigliotti for 5. Cattell. Being challenged here will be Cattell for 3. Tanaka 2. Malikian 1.
Got him all. Thanks. I can see him. He's out of my vision. All this falls.
1 sprint remaining. We got a break of 3, including race leader Cattell in this group of 3. There's Tanaka, number 147. Not a big gap here from this chasing group directly behind. Oh, this little bridge effort here up towards the front. Hafer in the light pink jumps up to the front, trying to participate in this last sprint. 3 to go. Bell coming up soon. Double the points. It's Jeremy Cattell with 21 in the lead. In second place, we got 2 riders with 6, both Tanaka and Flom. Tie in fourth place, 2 riders with 5 points, Malikian and Vigliotti. A tie for 6th place right now with 3 points each is Havel and Grinsel. And then you would think this wouldn't be such a factor in this race, but all the way down there with 2 points, 3 riders tied for 8th. They could end up in second place. There is very few points separating the top 10 riders in this field, unless their name is Jeremy Cattell. 2 to go. It really could come down to this final sprint. If any of those riders with points gets the final 10, and it's not Cattell, they are going to be in second place. Like, that's really what it comes down to. Win the final sprint, you're probably going to be in second place. Even if you have 0 points right now, and you keep some of those other riders with current points out of that sprint, you could go from 0 to hero very quickly in this one. And there's your final bell. It's 1 to go. Final lap. Darlene on the lead of the lap. Here comes Ben Flom trying to accelerate things at the blue line. He's got some renewed energy. Cattell in a great position, a little bit of height as he moves through the corner. Flom from the front now takes over on the lead of the lap. Cattell coming into position. Grinsel has got some speed left in him. Whoa, here we go for the final 10. Flom leading this thing around the corner. Cattell wants to take one more, but it's going to be, I think it might be Grinsel. It's so close between Cattell and Grinsel at the line. I can't quite call it. I went back and forth on that call. I am not sure. Riders still coming through here, so hold on, folks. We are confirming the finishing order. That was quite exciting. Cattell will be your victor today. Whether he picks up 10 or 6 does not matter for his outcome. Cattell, your champ. Fantastic racing from the rider from Creative Blue Racing Team. Flom with a great finish there. He came into the final sprint in second. Will he get enough points to stay up there? I think it might be close. And, of course, Grinsel with a heroic last sprint. If he gets the 10 points, that's going to be a very big factor in this finishing order. We'll be confirming that here as we're doing some review on the finishing cam and just making sure we get this all sorted out. Once I know, I'll let you know. In the meantime, we're almost ready for this next group to come onto the track. Elite Men Points Race coming up next. Elite Men for the points race to the rail, please. Riders to the rail. Points race for Elite Men. Riders to the rail.
There's some little kid fist bumping all the elite men, and they're all getting a ton of what? They're all giving a fist bump. Some little kid, so wholesome. Yeah, I see anything. We need to get back in. We'll have 4 battles.
Two great races left this evening. We have the Elite Men lined up for their points race start now at the rail. And after that, the Madison for the Elite Women. Presented by Haldy's Hand-Built Wheels, finishing out their program today.
I don't got pizza, I'm sorry.
Order some.
There's gonna be pizza tomorrow. There's pizza tomorrow. It's like Laura's birthday tomorrow.
Afternoon session or morning session?
Afternoon.
Morning session I can't because I was talking about it.
60 laps on the cards as our riders getting into this neutral. 12 by 5 points race format. Plenty of opportunities to pick up points in this long one. Should be an epic contest all the way around. I'm looking forward to this one all day. 60 laps of points racing, currently in the neutral. And Nolan Adams just wants a chance to get his name called out, so he's just off the back of the field a little bit. Always wants the spotlight. I can't give him too much trouble. I really enjoy having another voice up here working with me every once in a while. So, but you got to race too, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, there's your whistle. Racing's underway. 60 to go. First bell at 56 laps remaining. Noise coming across the finish line. I think it was Dan Brewer who really wanted the front, and that's where he is now. So he makes his way up. Now in the lead of the lap, seeing the whole field line up directly behind him. This has been one of our riders to watch in our program every year he's here because he's got some great results both here and tracks across the country. This is a good race for him. This 60-lap format will be a place where he can showcase his endurance. He's taken the lap on this field before. This might be a night for it. We've got some great high-speed great high-speed riders in this group, especially when it comes on these longer distance races. Yeah, I suppose at any other track, this would be a 100-lap plus race for how far our laps are. So it is going to be quite the race when it's all said and done. All right, let's see where we're at here in this field. Just rotating through the front right now. The riders taking their turn after Brewer kind of established the initial tempo he was looking for. The field's kind of holding on firm at this point. 57 to go. That was Darian Duca, number 119 at the front as we cross the finish line, the rider in green.
Nice sprint, Scott. Sure. That's funny. Live chat says these guys look elite. Huh? I don't know. I have to look.
Bell's winning at 56 to go. Our first opportunity to see points for this group now. Alex Hutchinson will get us started on this one. Rider number 121, pulling this thing around through the turn, back into the back straight. I'm seeing infield warm-ups for the Madison right now for the elite women, just running around in the infield. That's fantastic. Whoa, this is going to be close. I believe that's going to be 120, picking up the 5. Fitzmaurice just ahead of Gallagher on that one, confirming the other positions when it comes. Yeah, in that last race, it is confirmed that Grinsell picking up the final 10 by the smallest margin. So short, updating those results. Cattell, your winner from that previous race. In second with 13 points is Scott Grinsell. And in third with 10, Ben Flom. Tanaka ends up in fourth with 6. And Malikian with a tiebreak ends up in fifth with 5 points. Your leaders after the first sprint in the current race. Let's take a look. Cameron Fitzmaurice, number 120, with 5 points. Merrick Gallagher in second with 3. Alex Hutchinson in third with 2. Zach Kovalchuk in fourth with 1. You can't talk about the GP without talking about Kovalchuk, who will absolutely find a way to compete in every single event he's going to line up in. And this is another one that he can truly showcase both his great experience as a rider and also his ability to just fight back in any situation. So he's on the leaderboard after one, but this is a long race. It's not about the first points. It's about the last points. Who can stick around? Who can be the competitor all the way to the end? 52 to go as the field crosses the line. I have a set of found car keys. If you are looking for them, I think a simple description of what you're missing would suffice. We have it over in the building. I don't think anybody on the live stream is losing their our keys are here. Bell's ringing. There's Daniel Brewer off the front. Got a bit of a gap here. Whoa, Divine Harrison trying to make a move here. Close down this gap down the back straight. Brewer trying to hold on. Now here comes the second acceleration. I think he might get passed around the corner. Brewer still at the front. Harrison Divine. Whoa. Kovalchuk flying in for some points there. But it's Aaron Beebe for First Internet Bank. 110 takes the 5. Confirmed, it's Kovalchuk second across the line for 3 points. Divine across the line third for 2. Brewer was fourth across the line. Updating the points totals on our results with 5 points each. Tied for first is Fitzmaurice and Beebe. In third with 4 points, Kovalchuk. In fourth with 3, Merrick Gallagher. 2 riders in fifth with 2 each is Hutchinson and Divine. In seventh with 1, Brewer. 48 to go. Field is the front of this race. If you're not in the field, you're behind the current pace right now. Chris Wilson a little bit off the front here. He brings with him Beebe. Both riders just kind of trying something here at the front of the group, but not really any gap established from that effort spent. .46 to go, and there's your bell. Who's next for points? Beebe in position right now, right above the red line. He's got Kovalchuk glued on his wheel. Everybody now getting lined up down there in the sprinter's lane. Big move from the middle of the field, 10 bikes back. Might still figure into this sprint despite being almost all the way out of this thing. Kovalchuk, though, in the right place to strike, will pick up his first 5 of the night. There's Fitzmaurice for 3, and I think Beebe for 2. And 106 is confirmed as being fourth across the line for 1 point. That's going to be Campbell Parrish. So it goes Kovalchuk for 5. Fitzmaurice for 3. Beebe for 2. Parrish for 1. Updates after the recent results. In first with 9 now. Kovalchuk currently leading this race, 1 point ahead of Fitzmaurice. In second with 8. In third with 7, Aaron Beebe. In fourth with 3 is Gallagher. 2 riders in fifth with 2 points is still Hutchinson and Divine. In seventh now, 2 riders, Brewer and Parrish, both with 1. So Kovalchuk has been involved, and this is something I've seen year after year, by the way. This is not unique to 2026. Every sprint, it feels like some amount of points Kovalchuk will find. He starts the race by finding just one, then he finds 3, then he says, you know what, let's go win one of these sprints. He finds 5. He will be on a lot of these sprints. He's going to be in position quite frequently tonight. Fitzmaurice knocking on the door with 1 point behind, picking up both the win in the first sprint and second across the line on that most recent sprint. Consistency will pay off in a big race like this, though. Being near the front, just getting something out of it. So many opportunities to get points. It's going to pay off in the end. 41 to go. Here's your next bell. Vigliotti looking over the shoulder from the front of the field. As the bell was ringing, kind of taking some sort of scope of the group. And here comes the acceleration. Now is just as we get into turn 3. Parrish in a really good position to come around the corner. And I think he's going to find it. Whoa! That was some maneuvering that results in, I think, Gallagher finding something in the middle of that sprint. We're going to confirm the results.
So there's riders in the sprinters line. There's 2 riders up here in no man's land. Oh my god. Instead of going over, he went between them and moved to the sprinters line. He shot that gap. Sprinters lane. He's probably gonna be a 1. Someone went from the rail down. Yeah, that's what they are. Crowds are off the front. They're trying to figure out whether
So after confirming in that last sprint, we had Campbell Parrish for 5 points, Merrick Gallagher for 3, Aaron Beebe 2, Cameron Fitzmaurice 1. 3 riders tied for first, all with 9 points, Kovalchuk, Fitzmaurice, and Beebe. Gallagher and Parrish now tied for 4th with 6 each, and tied for 6 is Hutchinson and Devine with 2 each. 37 to go, and now things are going to get a little bit pulled apart as we're far enough along in the race. You're going to start seeing this, where the front is going to start accelerating after the sprint, try to pull this thing apart, take advantage of the long laps. That's Kovalchuk doing a turn. He's got some teammates here, including Brewers in the middle of this group of 3. Seeing 36 to go in the next bell. And right at the front, we got number 108, Kent Ross. Seeing this window, seeing this opportunity to go strike. The break of 3 down the back straight needs a bit more speed here. The field's starting to barrel down. Brewer off the front a little bit early as Kovalchuk, I think, is kind of barking down. We got to go, go, go if we're going to get points. Kovalchuk's got enough to push, but the catch is looking pretty good here. Oh, under the home straight. Kovalchuk's trying to hold on. Kovalchuk will get it. Whoa. Beebe for 3. Gallagher for 2, but Kovalchuk for the big 5. If Kovalchuk doesn't bark orders on the back straight and tell Brewer, I gotta go, I don't know if he would have found 5 there. A very critical move there for the veteran to make that call and get on top of the pedals on the back straight. That was Kent Ross getting 1 point on that sprint. So number 108 in 4th across the line. Gallagher picking up 2, Beebe for 3, and Kovalchuk for 5 holds off the charge from the catching riders. We now have 2 groups on the track, so you'll notice over in turn 3, this is our lead group. In the middle of the back straight, we have the catching field now is what it appears to be. So this is the lead group on the home straight at 33 to go, including Harrison Devine, number 102 on the leaded lap. There's Merrick Gallagher, Daniel Brewer, and Zach Kovalchuk, all part of this break right now. The field just now entering turn 1. They're moving, though. There goes Fitzmaurice, number 120, trying to help bring this thing back together again. He's currently in 3rd. Needs to try to help this field get some energy to work their way back towards the front. At 32 to go, your lead group heading into turn 1. About 100-meter advantage right now to that lead group. The field still pursuing. They're looking pretty quick here. Who's now leading the lap? That looks to be number 130, Elliot Crowther. Nolan Adams doing some work trying to bring this back together as well. Dylan Lawson trying to do some effort, breaking away from this field. Things are shattered in the back now. It's a scramble to get to the front to survive this race. The bell's ringing, 31 to go. 117 is Kyle Perry looking for his first points. He's in this break. That's now really going to likely become the field as this race continues. Can riders get here, though? Sprint from the front. Gallagher up and out of the saddle. The pass around Kyle Perry as we hit into corner 4. Gallagher's got good position. Can he hold on for the 5? Gallagher for 5. 118, 114, and 110. That's Cohen Vigliotti for 3. Kovalchuk for 2, and Beebe for 1. Gallagher, though, finally gets all the way up to the front here. Is going to start working against this leaderboard very well. Kovalchuk should hold on to the lead for now. The break is going to become where all this racing action is. The field, we check on where all these riders are in the catch behind. They're just now coming onto the home straight. Crowther is trying his absolute best to get up there. He's close. He's made some work here. He's starting to chip away at it. But he doesn't have any help. Doing it the hard way by himself here. The leaderboards are thusly. We've got Kovalchuk in the lead with 14. Beebe in second with 12. Fitzmaurice in third with 9. Pardon me. Here comes our updates. I was a little bit faster than the results came in. I apologize. Updates for the points. Stand by on the results. I think we have a little bit to sort out, so 1 second here. I'll make sure I'll get the points updates going very soon. Crowther nearly there. He's got some home crowd help here on the grandstands, trying to encourage a little bit more effort. Just get into this, what is now the field. This is one of those situations that happens in a points race where you have a break of 5, becomes 6, becomes 10. All of a sudden, that's the field, and everybody is just scrambling to get up there. So updated totals, it's Kovalchuk in the lead with 16, Beebe in second with 13, in a tie with Gallagher also with 13. 26 to go, bell's ringing. More points up here at the front of this race. That's right, a tie for second between Beebe and Gallagher, both with 13. The race for the top is still looking very good here tonight in this points race. As this race goes on, the stakes get higher and higher. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Whoa.
Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Merrick during the sprint or after?
Stand by for results on that one.
He passed under someone in the sprinter's lane while the other person was in the sprinter's lane. That's
What
gotta
are
be a
we
relegation.
doing?
That's
What?
at least
Are we
relegated from the
serious?
sprint. Relegation to Merrick, yeah. Are we doing it? Please. Permission to get off. Shoot that guy off. Permission to throw the tennis ball at him. Mark the notice. You got that. You don't have to check my throwing on, bro. I'm not official either, but that'd be a relegation. I don't know what. That has to be a relegation. Did he do that already? That's a good idea. He did something else about it. That was worse. That's on the blue line. Why? Entry. I love how Merrick just stares at
Relegation to rider 103 for passing on the blue line. Will be not in the points for the previous sprint. Relegation to 103 will not be getting points on the previous sprint. 5 points to Kent Ross. 3 points to Cohen Vigliotti. 2 to Kyle Perry and 1 to Zach Kovalchuk on the previous sprint after the relegation. after the points updates. Kowalczyk still holding on to the lead with 17. BB and Gallagher still in second with 13 each. The biggest upward movement is from Kent Ross picking up the big 5 there. That's currently now good for 5th place. Bell ringing again, 21 to go. Harrison Devine on the lead of the lap. There's Gallagher in second position. Aaron BB right behind, number 110. Kowalczyk always in striking position. He's ready to move up alongside. Gallagher's trying to find some room to get out from the sprinter's lane and lead this thing rather than wait till the end like you saw in that last sprint. So now he's in front, right where he wants to be to try to lead this one around the corner. Gallagher for 5. Whoa! Wow! I'm not sure. What such acceleration from Kowalczyk. It was close. It will go in the direction of Kowalczyk for 5. Gallagher for 3. Incredible. Man, catch me making an early call. Whew. It looked pretty good from the end of the home straight here. But yeah, just showing the incredible grit and acceleration that he's capable of. Nice 5 points going in the back pocket for Kowalczyk on that one. Results are updated to show Kowalczyk still leads now with 22 points. In second with 16 is Gallagher. In third with 13 is BB. And in fourth with 10 is Fitzmaurice. After that, Kent Ross in fifth with 8. This race is just going just the way we'd hoped it would. At 18 to go, here goes BB. He's formally in second. He's feeling the pressure to make something happen. He's going to try and pull away here. No response yet from the field. They're allowing a little bit of play here from BB. Brewer moves up track. Some rotations in the group. No one's really in full chase mode here. BB's move here looked like it might pay off. The field gave him the space he needed. The catch not really all organized here. As you can see, the field quickly rotating through the lead rider. Bell ringing at 16 to go. This is going to be a nice payoff for BB. He wants to work his way back towards this lead. He's got a ways to go still, but this is the kind of move you need to do when the sprints aren't working.
I mean, don't forget, we've got 3 more sprints to go, and the final is worth double, so it's all to play for about the top 6 here if the cards play right for them.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room in this leaderboard to be in top 5. It's really only Kowalczyk, who, again, Mr. Consistency. I talk about him. You can't keep him out of a sprint. He has points in 7 out of the 8 sprints here today. BB picking up the 5. The field sprint, Gallagher and Kowalczyk side by side. Kowalczyk finds 3. Gallagher 2. That's going to be number 108. Kent Ross finding 1.
Kent Ross coming up from, I believe he lives down in Oregon, but was a junior, I believe, down at Alpenrose for many times. So his home is the track, even though what he's known for most right now is road. So I would expect him in the back third of this race to really get up the road, be consistent, and maybe have a breakaway as well.
BB still in the lead of the lap, but I do think that time is coming to an end. It feels like the chase is about to get there, and he knows it. He's heading up to the rail. Take a breather. Got the 5 points he needed.
This would be an opportune time for another breakaway-style rider to just punch it, although Merritt coming to the front here just to control a little bit. It doesn't look like he's going to be on the gas too much here.
Yeah, and in fact, riders, it looks like there's a movement from the back, but that's going to get kind of slammed from the front. Well, there he goes. The door opens back up again, so that move from the back of the field has allowed some breathing room. All the way up to the front. That's going to be Kyle Perry, racing number 117, all the way to the front on his own attack.
Yeah, with Harrison right on the wheel and Kent Ross pulling it back and Kowalczyk in 4th there. Who's that bridging in 5th?
That's going to be Daniel Brewer in that bridge right now, nearly there.
Another name that we hear year after year after year, constantly on the podium here in the endurance field.
Yeah, he's not been able to find a lot of points here today. This is kind of an opportunity, though, he may be looking for us. Getting a smaller field like this kind of breakaway effort. This is the part of the race where these things can stick.
Yeah, I don't know. I might put my cards on that he's playing it coy, not doing too much work, just making sure he's in the final winning move, which is this could be it. The field behind in 1s and 2s trying to bridge.
Yeah, the speed at the front not quite enough to hold off this the opportunity from behind. They are starting to make their way up. Bell's ringing, 11 to go. Brewer on the leaded lap. He'll get out of the way, kind of watch for the next move. Up and out of the saddle is Perry, number 117 at the lead. Ross comes slamming down to the sprinter's lane directly behind Kovalchuk. Some up and down. Everybody manages to navigate that one. It's going to be Kovalchuk coming out for the better for it. 5 points. Oh, get on the outside. That's going to be 106, I believe. Parrish just ahead of Kovalchuk, I think. Kent Ross for 2. And Kyle Perry, the rider who got that thing started, I think will still get 1. So get some payout for the effort.
You know, by the looks of things, we're down to about half the starting field here in the front group. Everyone else either struggling on the track or pulled out, like myself.
I was going to say, you were out there, so fast group.
Oh, boy, was it. I was not ready. Got punched in the face a couple times, not literally, of course, and said, you know what? That's my time. Wasn't going to make it up to the front and just pulled the plug, but here we are. You know, I just couldn't get enough of you, Corey.
There we go.
I really just like being close to you. I'm in the draft right now. boy, is it good.
That's right. I do provide a pretty good draft nowadays. In the lead of this race is still Zach Kovalchuk, 28 points. In second, we have a tie with 18 each between Gallagher and Beebe. In fourth place, we have a tie between Ross and Parrish, both with 11. Fitzmaurice with 10 in sixth place. So top 5 spots are podium spots here. And right now, it's anybody with double digits is all vying for a spot on that podium. Only a couple opportunities left. We'll have a bell at 6 and then at 1 to go. And that's going to wrap this thing up. Danley Brewer on a little bit of an attack here. Has a teammate to go out in front. A temporary teammate, I should say.
Wasn't I just saying he was playing a coy?
Yeah, not anymore, apparently. That's Fitzmaurice, number 120. He goes high, kind of looking for somebody underneath. Maybe thinking Brewer would take over.
Yeah, he might have been wishing and hoping, but sometimes that's not how it works. Hope is not a strategy, as they say.
Fitzmaurice is kind of looking over the shoulder, realizing if he doesn't have any other workhorses, he's not getting away from this field. So he'll pull up, let this thing kind of reestablish itself in the corner. And now the bell's ringing, so it's kind of a bunch here right before we get to hit it for the points. A lot of movement up track again.
Little argy-bargy in turn 1, but everyone keeping it upright. Love that.
Yeah, that's Kent Ross, it appears, leading this thing down through the sprint into turn 3. Parrish positioning for the good points here. At 5 to go, it'll be Parrish picking up the 5, then Gallagher, Ross, and Kovalchuk in that order it appears.
Man, that Kovalchuk guy. Points.
Yeah, we just added yet another. Again, he missed one sprint in this whole thing. The fourth one. That was the one he's like, nah, no, not this one.
Yeah, I think he was gossiping in the back there.
Right.
Yeah.
Chatting it up. You're catching up with old mates, you know? Yeah. Wow. 4 to go. Here goes a big move from Kyle Perry and Merrick Gallagher trying to set up for this final big points in this points race.
You know, I think Kyle Perry's going to work here. He likes this wheel, and Merrick will be glad to have it.
Yeah, 100%. And when it comes to results here, in second right now is Gallagher with 21. If he wants the top step, he absolutely has to get 10 and hope that Kovalchuk doesn't do what he always does and find some points in this thing. He's trailing by 8 coming into this final sprint right now is Gallagher. In third is Aaron Beebe with 18.
Kent Ross putting in a big dig here with Kovalchuk on the wheel. They know they got to get there. Looks like Kovalchuk on the ropes, head down, short pull from him.
Yeah, this is the part of the race that hurts the most. Who's got a little bit left in the tank here? This last one, there's so much at stake. Again, all Kovalchuk needs is some points, really. If he just gets something here, the worst case scenario is Gallagher gets 10 and he only gets 2.
And the field's sitting up, but we got 2 attacking across. That's going to be Kent Ross with Kovalchuk on the wheel.
Ross wants to get up there, and Kovalchuk says, yes, you do. Let's go. Happy to follow the green wheel right now.
Kovalchuk didn't take too big of a turn last time he was on the front, though. I'm kind of wondering here when Kent Ross pulls off, what's going to happen? Is Kovalchuk going to give a dig?
It feels like he has to. There's like he's compelled. He knows he needs to at least 4 here.
Merritt going solo here.
Uh-oh.
1 to go.
This is the moment. Gallagher getting the big bell, and he is off and away. Kyle Perry left dangling behind. Kovalchuk in the position he needs to be. He has to get 4 points in this sprint with Gallagher getting 10. Kovalchuk down the back straight. He's about to leapfrog. He might get all the way up to Kyle Perry. Look at this final effort from Kovalchuk. Can he leapfrog over for the 6 points? I think he will. Gallagher takes the big 10, but Kovalchuk will not be denied. 6 points for Kovalchuk will be enough to be your winner here today in the points race. Gallagher picks up the big 10, but it will be for second on the podium. Oh, I was worried for a moment. I love watching a good Zach Kovalchuk race. I love watching a good race from Eric Gallagher. Come on, he's my local favorite. I've watched this kid grow up here at this track. Kovalchuk with the grit to get points. What I say, he's going to get points in every sprint. Didn't I say that? I said that.
You certainly did.
I certainly did. And he only missed 1. Kovalchuk picking up so many points throughout this race, manages to finish on top of this podium in a tough points race. That's right. Hard-earned race tonight and well-earned victory for Zach Kovalchuk. And Gallagher still rolling by, getting some high fives for what was a fantastic finish and exciting final lap for the rider from Waterline Racing. Whew. I need another 30 seconds minimum of vocal rest after that finish. That was fun. The GP delivers. What a race. It's after 10, so I was just reminded that we need to turn down the volume just a hair, and that light's going to give me a conniption, so careful with that. We got one more race tonight. The Madison for Elite Women is up next. Presented by Haldy's Hand-Built Wheels. Your final race of the evening, right around the corner.
You know what I love about Haldy's Hand-Built Wheels? They're always looking good. And he'll post them to social media before you even get them. It's like taunting you. But I like that. It's worth the wait. Haldy's Hand-Built Wheels sponsoring this Matto tonight.
Elite Women Madison teams to the rail for your start. Elite Women Madison teams to the rail for your start. Elite women, Madison. Riders in the race to start are off for their neutral. Relief riders will be called momentarily. There's the real stars of the program still over here cheering over in corners 1 and 2. Thank you. Long program here at the GP. Love it. You guys been crushing it all day. Appreciate your energy, and so do the athletes, by the way. Relief riders away. This is a Madison. It's going to be a points race over 30 laps. Riders race in teams. We have 4 teams today. In this 6x5 points race in a team format. This one's presented by our good friend Matt Haldeman for Haldy's hand-built wheels. Thanks for the support, Haldy. Woo! If you're still out there enjoying the show as well, thanks for tuning in and either watching it live with us now or if you're back watching it later. If you're at this point of the program, you hopefully are enjoying something. If you haven't hit that thumbs up or the subscribe button, please do so sometime this evening or at some point during your watch. We'd appreciate it. Leave a comment where you're watching from or say hi in the live chat if you haven't gotten a chance to. And it looks like we're going to get our chance for our first exchanges here on the home straight. At 29 to go. Team 8 of Eleanor Finlayson and Lily Kendall making their first exchange for us. So this is a points race. Riders will earn points as they cross the line, just like our last race, 5, 3, 2, and 1. The active rider is what's counted. You'll notice they do these little hand exchanges that signal that they are switching from the rider who's in the race going out, while the relief rider gets tossed in for the exchange of speed. Team yellow now. It's Eva Lynn tossing in Tori. No bell yet. We'll get one at 26 to go.
I love a good bell. Especially ours. Ours is like made of brass.
It's
has a nice timbre.
Yeah.
I just learned that word recently.
I'm going to blow your mind. You used the word correctly, but it's timbre.
But it's spelled with an I.
Yes, it is.
No, what are you, French?
No.
Oh.
Just a music teacher.
Oh, okay.
It's a crime. I know. I don't like it either. It's like
Timbre.
timbre.
Like tambourine.
Yeah, but without the A. Or the barine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I love about the Maddo being at the end and kind of, it's a smaller crowd, but a very intimate occasion. We can use a little bit more colorful language.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to shout one out. Are we live streaming still?
Oh yeah.
Okay, ready? Chartreuse. That's
very colorful language.
That's one of my favorites, I think. If you have a good colorful, you can shout it out. What do we got in turn 1? I think I heard a mauve. I don't know. I don't like that one, but
Mauve.
oh, we got the bell here, Corey. Back to the
Back
sports.
to the racing.
Sports.
Team yellow looking for maybe an exchange here.
No,
Oh.
that's a tough call in the bell lap.
Yeah. Tough to do. And not a lot of practice for some of these teams. I know that Tori probably didn't get a lot of opportunity with Eva to work on these ones. So
True. A lot of teams combining from out of town, just maybe even meeting themselves this weekend. So that makes it a bit challenging.
yeah, you got to have trust when you're doing these into high-speed exchanges. So, and it looks like pink and green takes the first 5. Pink maybe for 3, yellow 2, and purple 1. And as called, appears to be the order. So your early leaders, the team of Eleanor Finlayson and Lily Kendall, racing tonight in green and pink, now with 5. The all-pink squad in second with 3, yellow and blue with 2, and purple with 1. Huge attack here from the winning team in the last sprint. That's going to be the green and pink squad heading into turn 3 right now. Next closest group is pink, but they are back there right now. This is a very big move. Finlayson and Kendall teaming up nicely here to get aggressive on the field at 23 to go now. I believe in the race right now is Lily Kendall about to exchange for teammate Eleanor Finlayson, basing just that solely on what I could see on the shorts, because I don't recognize the racers well enough to know otherwise.
Are the names on the shorts?
Negatory.
Oh.
I just saw Ironfly, which I believe Lily Kendall is a member of that team.
But it would be pretty sick to have your name on your shorts.
Yeah, that would be cool.
On the side, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a NASCAR, car.
Yeah.
The driver's name is on
It's
the
on
side.
the car,
I like
right.
that. I like that. We
Yeah.
should do that.
There you go.
Somebody should put their name on their bike or something. That'd be pretty wild.
Team Pink pulling away from the main field now. We had purple and yellow together with Pink. Now Pink pulling away into this bridge, trying to work their way up to the leaders down the back straight. On the home straight, we see the consistent effort from the lead team has established good position here on the track as the bell's ringing. Will be picking up 5. Kimberly Chen for the Pink squad in that bridge, trying to work up on this big gap that's been set up here. And then you've got the bell ringing also for Team Yellow and Purple.
I was going to maybe recommend that yellow, purple get together and work together, but I think Victoria Park here just cruising away from purple, trying to pick up some points. But, kind of 25 meters between all the groups here. Everyone doing some solo work tonight.
Yeah, no field allowed anymore. So green and pink, then pink, yellow, and the purple squad in that order. So a miss out of turn 4 for yellow gives purple an opportunity to kind of catch back on. So they're still closer to getting back to pink as a result of that. So we might be able to recombine these teams.
That's true. It looks like 3 teams getting pretty close to working together. And for those of you following along, maybe your first or second viewing of a Madison, the exchange doesn't have to be pretty. And in fact, you don't even actually have to touch for it to count as an exchange. As long as your wheel crosses the plane of your partner's wheel, you can have somebody shout it out. There's a name for it. It's like a touchless exchange or something. Blanking on the name, but a wireless exchange. Thank you for everyone who shouted that out. But that's an opportunity. It's not very efficient though, because you're not transferring any of the speed.
That sounds so Wi-Fi. I think this race is older than Ethernet.
We're living in the future, Corey.
That's great. Wireless exchange. I love that. I've actually never heard that. I just learned something new.
Actually, I mean, we could rebrand it as like a Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
A Wi-Fi exchange.
Wi-Fi
because it is a
exchange.
big Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I get it. Of course, as you said, you lose that benefit of the exchange of the acceleration, which is the massive benefit you get from a well-executed one. That's the challenging part. Bell's ringing for your lead team. This group of 3 has come back together again, so we do have a field. They're about a half lap behind the lead team, though, right now. So this feels like it's a race for second. The position that Pink previously had up in front of the other 2 has been lost, so they're back together here with 16 to go. Yellow, that's Tori, moving away from Pink. That's Jennifer Girth racing for that team right now.
This will be an interesting strategy here. I wonder if yellow's going to go for the exchange, or because it is a sprint lap, they won't. Hard to say here. Team Pink on the outside, thinking about coming around yellow here, but we'll see what Tori chooses to do.
Yeah, maybe holding off, noticing that this exchange is upcoming. And the last time they did one of these, the speed differential was just not right. Couldn't quite get it locked in again. So Pink is the active racer, is in position for 3, yellow for 2. And purple 1. Continuing to work our way through this Madison. This is our field on the home straight. About a half lap back from the leaders who continue just to tick down the lap cards very efficiently. Have just set themselves up for a great win here today. So most of the action is really here in this field to see who is going to find second place today. So far, it's been consistently Pink picking up 3 points in each of these sprints, sitting in second now with 9. In third with 6 points is Team Yellow. And in fourth with 3 is Team Purple.
13 to go. Corey, I know you're more of a music guy, but there is math involved. What's your favorite prime number?
I'm speechless because I guess I don't know if I could just pull. I mean, 7 comes to mind.
That's a great number.
It really is.
Yeah, it's top 10 actually. It's in my top 10.
Really? What rounds out your top 10? You have a top 10 list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a little ambiguous.
I gotta save some banter for tomorrow.
Right.
So
you'll unveil it piece by piece.
Yeah, we'll loop back around tomorrow.
That makes sense. Leader about to see 11 to go and the bell. There's the next points for Green and Pink are just having a very fantastic and, like I said, efficient team ride together. A little boring even, you might say, which in this, I mean, that's not negative. I'm saying when you don't have anybody to ride against and you're just out there doing your thing really consistently, boring can be quite good in this sport sometimes.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast, and that applies to exchanges.
I think I follow. Purple making a big toss in here. And that puts Purple on the attack. This might be an opportunity for Purple to actually pick up some big points. Pink having to do their exchange on the back end of this sprint. They're currently in third, but they're watching in second place in this race. They're watching Team Purple roll away here. Grace Edwards for Team Purple picking up 3. The leaders see this now on the back straight, about 100 meters behind the riders in the rest of this field right now. So leaders now just entering turn 3, pretty close to catching some of the field. Here's your field at 8 to go, crossing the line with another exchange for Pink. Points totals after that last sprint, your leaders with 20. Team Pink with 10 now. Pink, Yellow, Blue with 8. And Team Purple with 6. Sort of a flip-flop of the finishing order. The team that had gotten third, 3 points in each sprint, now got 1. And the team that kept getting 1 got 3. The team consistency here goes to Yellow and Blue. They just keep finding 2 in every sprint. 7 to go for the field now. Next time around, Bell and sprinting for 3 points. Bell's ringing for the leader.
Team Yellow accelerating through turn 3 and through turn 4. A little bit of a gap. The other team's coming in with an exchange. Bell.
Bell for the field. And leaders picking up 5. And now Purple making the move from the back of the field. Doing it again here. Striking when it matters most. Purple's going to start working their way up here on the leaderboard. This is the young team, too. Grace Edwards and Charlie Petard coming on strong at the end. That's Grace Edwards in for the Purple team again.
Yeah, Team Purple here setting out on a solo mission, a little excursion into the unknown. But from our vantage point, it's about a 150-meter unknown. Their partner actually cruising a little faster than ideal, one might say. Could go slower. Maybe they don't know that our track has no speed minimum. The out-of-towners might not know. They might be used to velodromes with a little bit more banking and like a 15 to 20 mile an hour speed minimum. But out here at Marymoor, it's pretty gentle slopes, and you can basically track stand in the corner if you wanted to.
What's kind of fun about this with this field is the fact they keep pulling apart and coming together again. It has so much to do with the exchanges. It has to do with like who's got fresh legs, and also just the effectiveness of their exchanges, which we've kind of mentioned. Yellow's been having trouble connecting on so many of them, and it actually kind of wears on the team a little bit. The last one, they only picked up 1 point for the first time here today. We've now got a tie for third between Yellow and Purple. So the young team of Purple's got a chance here to jump up a position on this final sprint.
And Purple is closing the distance here to the other two riders, coming into a Yellow exchange, which has been left wanting a bit so far this race. So I would expect that Pink could come around here and attack, and maybe even Purple follow.
And Pink has an opportunity for an exchange, and if they could maybe pull off a good one here. Oh, a nice pull here for Team Yellow. Yellow might be able to hold on to this lead position. Now Purple's having to claw their way back up. Pink it doesn't take the exchange here with 2 to go.
Tactics.
Relief Rider makes himself available, but it appears Pink is not wanting it, as Kimberly Chen just wants to stay in the race for now. There's the bell for your eventual winners on this race. It's just been green, pink. Off the front, Lily Kendall and Eleanor Finlayson riding a beautiful ride together, just showing how strong they were when this race started. Everybody's kind of in place to consider an exchange. Purple gets a toss in. Grace Edwards, who's got good sprint. Can she get up here in time? The bell's ringing for Yellow and Pink. Yellow looking to bring Tori back in here. Purple waiting to jump on the exchange. The big jump from Kimberly Chen. Right timing, right move. And your winners coming across the finish line. Congratulations to them on the big final 10 and all the points in their corner of the room. Look at the catch from Tori. She's trying to work her way up here. But Kimberly Chen for the Pink team gets the big final 6. 4 points for Yellow. Pink will hold on to second with that one.
That was a great move from Kimberly Chen to realize that there was going into an exchange there just after the bell and really just sort of jumped it. You know, Team Yellow hadn't been connecting too well, and so that was an opportunity and took home second place.
Fun racing all around. Our evening is wrapping up here for our evening session of racing on Friday night. It's been a great day of racing action. Lots of good moments throughout the day. What a great crowd everybody's been. If you're still here in the park enjoying the racing, we of course really appreciate you being here with us. It has been such a wonderful time to be with you all. Athletes, what a great show. What a fantastic set of races. Some incredible finishes all throughout today. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself as well and are excited for our second round of fun tomorrow. We're going to be back here again at noon. I might be a ghost for a little while things get started.
You know what, Corey? I'll take over for you. I'll banter with myself until you show up.
Sounds good. I've got to be part of Derby Days tomorrow with some band kids. So Redmond Derby Days we actually have a parade in town. I don't know.
You know when I was a young boy, my father, he took me into the city.
We played that song earlier, actually. If you're here for that. Yes. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you to our officials, our volunteers, our staff, everybody for helping make today such a smooth experience for everybody. Oh, I'm on here now. I'm like talking over here. All right, well, I'll talk to these folks. Good evening, and again, thank you for being with us. My name is Corey. This is Nolan. It's been fun being with you all. Tomorrow, noon for our third session, and then, of course, 6 p.m. for evening racing. The Marymoor Grand Prix always delivers. Please tune in for more. Thank you for watching. And until I see you next time, we look forward to hosting you for more great racing action here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome.
Good night.
Podiums, I will begin calling here shortly. I was just signing off on the live stream. Podium calls will be here in just a minute as I call up or bring up our results. Top 5 will be called.